Hi, this is Steve Jones 313 from Total Markout. This episode contains strong language, very dark humour, and heated debate. If you're not a fan of strong language or very inappropriate humour, then turn off now. However, if you're in for that kind of thing, then we've got the show for you. Just tune in, and then at the very end, leave all comments and questions, and I promise you we do read all of them. And then, hey, if you like the video, give it a like and share with your friends on Twitter. Alright, here's the show. We hope you enjoy.
Right, you may have noticed in the last few episodes there's a bit of oddness going on. Last week, I was defending Scott Steiner, and this week on Twitter, Jismy defended The Miz on his mishap on Raw. But don't worry. And Dan over here is proving to be the smart one by helping us organise the show. Now, naturally these things can't happen in the world of reality. That's why I've realised what's been happening. Well, obviously broadcasting the show from Toronto.
Bizarro world.
We're in Bizarro world, but don't worry, we'll be back to normal, hopefully. Otherwise, soon I'm going to be dressing up as Hulk Hogan. Dan here will be, dressing up in gold and rubbing himself. And he only does that on Tuesdays. And Jisby will be turning on Sting and declaring that Yoshitatsu is the greatest world champion of all time.
It could happen.
It will never happen.
Well, on the current WWE game, he is the champion of champions for some fucking reason.
I am Steve Jones 313. This is Dan Anderson, and this is Eric Von Jismy, and the D is silent.
Remember that.
Welcome to the next episode here. We're on Total Markout. We're in Bizarro World, apparently. And it's even more bizarre. We actually have a schedule to the show, believe it or not. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you our new timekeeper, Dan the Geek King Adamson.
Hi. You want me to timekeeper? Really? Does that mean randomly one day Trey's going to come and break me arm?
Hope so.
That and at one point Stone Cold World deliver the stunner for no reason. But you get a drink of beer first.
Well, that's alright. I like beer.
So Dan, how do we start the show off?
Well, it would make sense to have a look at the last fortnight's wrestling.
Oh, must we?
Yes.
Must we really?
And
have you seen the last 4 weeks of wrestling?
Yes.
Yes. we don't hate it.
I was there for Explosion.
He was there for Explosion.
I got robbed.
Shall we ask though, shall we? Were you on TV?
Kind of.
Would you like to explain to the good people on the internet how you were kind of on TV?
I saw my red shirt and my orange sign and my blurry face.
In the top corner where no
in
one
the
could see
top corner where I was only looking. But
me-
I got over.
fucking cool.
Let me ask you, Jisby, because you seem to be the expert here. How many pixels do you require to be over a television?
It's in the high thousands.
and what did your sign say?
Real fans watch Explosion.
Right, so real fans don't watch hashtag Total Markout.
You should.
Free advertising opportunity, Jismy.
That's for WrestleMania.
Fucking better be.
Yeah.
Right? That's for WrestleMania.
I want you to put that on your chest, because if they take that sign off you, I want you to have a
I'll
backup
get a
plan.
t-shirt. I'm making t-shirts up.
We've got designs, because Race Cannon, our official artist, he's kind of like our Jerry the King Lawler, if you will. Only not a hapless embarrassment of a commentator.
Does he like young girls as well?
Damn.
Probably.
You stole my thunder.
Has he
ever been married to the cat?
Well, nobody wants to steal your kind of thunder.
WCW thunder.
We're getting off topic here.
Your kind of thunder is like, I was on TV in the top corner. So was the Challenger logo. It was there for a lot longer than you were.
It certainly was.
But you got on TV. We're very happy for you. But the question is, was the wrestling in the past 2 weeks any good? Well, we kind of talked about wrestling last week, so we can probably concentrate on this week's wrestling alone.
Yes.
And I want to start off with Raw.
Six-pack challenge was awesome.
It was a hell of a match.
The sixth ever six-pack challenge, I believe.
I watched Raw late because I couldn't stay because I was ill, and so I decided to watch it the next night. And on Twitter, you guys were talking about what's your favourite six-pack challenge.
No.
So
he was talking about what's your favourite six-pack challenge.
I said to Jismy via Twitter, what the hell are you talking about? And he explained it to me. Then I said, what the hell are you talking about? And the thing, I watched Raw, and at the beginning they said, we're going to have a six-pack challenge. To me that sounded like a diet plan. And then, but we opened up with Triple H coming out to do a promo.
It was a decent promo. Taker's part was excellent. And I want to ask a question. You told me he looks ill. We haven't seen him. You seen him
last week
when he returned. You seen him.
Yeah.
He looked perfectly fine to me. and then on the TV,
Yeah.
and on the fucking video package, you never seen his face.
I mean, not Undertaker. To be
I remember
fair,
last week.
To be fair, Undertaker did look alright last week, although he may want to stop taking advice from Elton John about his wigs.
Well, let's not get back into hair, right?
Well, if he had hair, I'd get back to it.
Yeah.
Let's not get back into wigs and extensions. We did that last week,
Yes.
right?
But he is in denial. He is ginger. Accept the fact.
Yes.
No, yours doesn't move. You're that new super glue on your bald spot there.
Oh.
I'm so glad I'm here to watch this, because for the hearing impaired, like that sounded a lot like a ball spot. Just thinking, my balls are the hair is golden outside. But yeah,
No, it was a decent promo.
I just thought that Triple
I liked
H.
Undertaker's throne.
Yes,
He
Yeah.
clearly stole that.
I love the
Triple
fact that Undertaker's got that obsessiveness going on with all the pictures of Triple H.
Well, that was similar to the magazine shoot they did for the Edge when he was returning for the Edge, and he had the Hell in Cell.
Yeah, but I don't remember that. I'm a flaming heathen. You know? But I just thought Triple H's bit went too long.
Maybe.
It's kind of like, dude, just wrap it up. You know.
But it's Triple H.
I know it's
He
Triple
just
H.
wants to bury people. He wants to bury people's TV time now.
Yeah.
It's not wrestling. He's just burying their TV time. He's like, no.
Yeah, bury
I
the
won't-
TV talent. Yeah.
I won't pin yous.
John Cena
I
wasn't.
just won't let yous on TV.
John Cena wasn't on TV this week.
Yes,
apart,
he was.
Apart from a video clip of footage from last week and the video package. Oh, and then they mentioned it on Twitter. Ooh, I wonder who's taking TV up time up.
I'm just glad. To be honest with you, I think that was
Triple H.
the good thing about John Cena not being on Raw is the fact that there is some room for wrestling. But what they decided to do the 6-pack challenge anyway. It's like, so basically, you've got a great opportunity to have a good show, and you decide no.
We're gonna lump them all together.
Did you not like the 6-pack challenge?
Well, I enjoyed the match.
Yeah, up until the incident. To be honest with you, I am under the impression that. See, I don't like The Miz.
No.
I used to like The Miz, and I'm not going to pretend I never liked him. I did like The Miz. I liked him when he first kind of started breaking out of that old kind of character heel and was actually going for this kind of, you know what, I'm fucking sick of, or, you know, basically after he won the United States title.
Yeah.
It's like, I used to walk these corridors, I get changed in the corridors because of the... I like that kind of stuff. And I like the fact when he was doing WWE champion because he was a beatable champion and you were waiting for the guy to beat him. And I was excited for WrestleMania, and then when the count-out happened, then that's how I was like, oh, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Because he's like talking about, I beat Cena. It's like, dude, even as a heel, that's not working. At least, because if...
He needed The Rock.
Yes, he did. And I'll be honest, if The Rock wasn't involved in any way, shape or form, including storyline, Cena would have won at Mania.
Of course, Cena would have won at Mania.
Yeah. I think, but that's the problem with The Miz. Miz is like, I beat Cena! And that's his thing. You know, that's what he should do. The Miz, if he really wants to be a good heel again, just the biggest demographic are Cena fans. That's why they cater to them. Just go, by the way, I'm the guy that beat Cena. Yeah, The Rock helped me. Don't give a fuck. Thanks to me, Cena hasn't won in WrestleMania in, quite a while. So, you know.
Yeah.
Steven stuck his fingers up.
Yeah. one year.
Well, I still...
He won at 26.
Yeah, but
He
still,
won at
for Cena,
25.
He only hasn't won at 24.
Yeah, but the
and
thing is,
27.
though, to Cena,
That's
right?
a long time.
To Cena, that'd be like, God, how many WrestleManias have I not won?
And if he gets beat off The Rock this year, it'll be 2 years.
Because you haven't paid $3,000 to go watch the
It's-
news.
I haven't paid $3,000 for The Rock to lose.
In fairness, though, I just don't think at this point it even matters anymore. We talked about this.
Yeah.
We talked about. I don't think it matters if not for The Rock. The Rock, well, it doesn't matter for The Rock either, which is ironic, you know.
It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter if The Rock wins or not because The Rock. It doesn't matter if The Rock wins. Well, you did say Yoshitatsu would be the world champion.
Racism.
It's not racism.
Press your hands.
Hey, it's not racism. I'm simply embracing the hate and sharing it with everyone.
Any other comments from Raw?
Oh yeah.
For Raw,
Jericho's number 6.
Jericho can suck my dick. I've had enough of him.
He's been back 5 weeks and you're sick of him.
No, it's not that. It's that promo.
It's the bullshitness of this heel turn. Like he's like, I fooled every single. I trolled you. No, you didn't.
Second weekend.
We were waiting for you to do this. we were just happy to see you in a ring.
By the second weekend, we were all going, well, when's the turn coming?
He's like, you know, he's like, I trolled each and every one of you. You all cheer for me. Yes, because you're not making any more music right now. But after Mania, you're going back on tour with your band. Then you're going to be making shitty music again. I'm quite happy to have you as the Undisputed Champion as long as you never, ever make another album as long as you live. Beat The Rock at Mania. I don't give a shit. Beat the entire roster, including Mike Chioda, in every single superstar over-the-top battle royale to declare yourself the WWE Universe Champion. You're not just a champion of... You have to go to Mars and Jupiter and Venus to defend your title. I don't care. Just stop making music, you shitbag.
That's what I call good booking.
Gosh.
Hashtag good booking.
Well, and Eric, anything else you want to?
I just want to talk about the 6-pack challenge. I thought everyone was complaining about that we're basically getting the main event for free, obviously without the chamber.
Yeah.
The chamber adds a lot.
People need to realise that 1, it wasn't an elimination match.
Yes.
2, probably they're not all even going to be in the ring at the same time because I don't even think that's
I had an idea about that, which I'll pick up on once you're finished.
And it was, you know what I mean, it was worth something. Obviously Jericho got number 6, so people are saying, "Oh, it's not a surprise." I was like, "It's not a surprise anyway when number 6 because
by the time
there's only
number
one
5
guy left."
By the time number 5's gone, you know who number 6 is.
So it's so it's going to be Punk. I just hope it's not Punk burying talent one by one, and it's like, come on, then Jericho, and then we have like a one-on-one match.
Personally, I think Punk should be. I would book it as Punk comes out number 5 and Jericho goes out number 6.
The way I was thinking was that obviously that's the WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
That's what it's looking like and how it's going to go to. What I was thinking wouldn't be interesting if for once, even though they were in matches, Punk and Jericho never really fought each other.
Yeah.
So either Punk was eliminated before Jericho came out, or Jericho got eliminated before Punk had a chance to get to him, and you keep building that because then you get something special. At WrestleMania, you go, wow, these two are finally lock horns.
They haven't touched.
Yeah.
Well, you could do something like that where Jericho's about to get the win, and maybe who the other talents are there. Maybe someone like
Dolph would be the best one.
I'd say maybe Dolph Ziggler runs up behind Jericho, bang, pins him, eliminates Jericho, then he turns around and there's JTS. Because you don't want Jericho going into WrestleMania as champion, because then it's kind of you could do that, but it kind of it works in a weird way because I don't think, first of all, you're going to be happy either way, because if Jericho walks in as champion, the chances are he's going to drop the belt, which gives CM Punk another title reign, which you're not going to be happy about. But if
he sees a world title change, and he'll be over the fucking moon.
But then it's like, yes, I saw it. It's CM Punk.
Yeah. So
but either way, I would just like to see Jericho as champion.
No, yeah.
WWE champion,
because
technically he hasn't held the WWE title since 2002 at WrestleMania.
How long is he going to be there for?
Well, I don't.
That's how much it depicts.
Don't
say you use your bullshit either.
Well, you can vacate it.
You vacate it next week.
I was going to say you can lose it at Extreme Rules in a straight edge match.
Later on, when I get to do my segment, I'm going to address certain past points we've made, and I've had some booking ideas, shall we say, about certain things.
Right. Well, next up is
SmackDown.
No.
Any last word on Raw?
Last word on Raw.
Last word on Raw.
An ambulance match. Yes.
An ambulance match.
Yes. Kane is undefeated in ambulance matches because there's only been one.
I'll say that's only Shane, right? Unforgiven.
But it's 1-0. So could this become
a new streak?
Could this be Kane's match? This is what I'm really looking for. I haven't seen it. What was it? Survivor Series 2003?
No,
the last
was
one.
it Survivor Series? I thought it was Unforgiven.
I'm sure it was Survivor Series.
They fought each other Unforgiven as well, didn't they?
Yeah. But I'm sure that ambulance because Cena comes out at the beginning about the ramp and he says he's going to put Big Show Brock Lesnar in that ambulance.
Same night that he buries Taker.
Yeah. So an ambulance.
Right. We'll finish your ambulance statement up then. Come on.
So my word is, I think Kane will win.
Right.
Cena will come back though. He will finally embrace the hate, and he's going to take someone out in the Elimination Chamber. And
not Kofi again.
That's what I was thinking. He's going to do that.
He's going to do an edge.
Right. This is going to be This could be another way to go. Cena wins the title, and we get our title match.
You're not
getting
Cena
it. Versus
You're
Rock.
not getting it.
That's the only way.
If you do, right, you pay $3,000 to watch Rock lose.
How's that?
Because if he goes in, Rock's not going to win the championship.
He's at least on Raw the next night.
He's not going to wrestle. The last time you've seen him wrestle was WrestleMania.
No, but listen, we know he's on Raw
the next night.
Then he
will drop the title and say, thank you very much, goodbye.
And we can have a title, we can have a tournament at Extreme Rules. No, but he's definitely there the next night.
We'll leave that, right? Yes, he's definitely there the next night. But I'm
going to see him twice.
If you haven't heard, The Rock will be there the next night after WrestleMania. Moving on.
Tag match.
Moving on. SmackDown.
What, last week?
This Friday gone.
I was gonna say.
Because obviously this is filmed on a Thursday, we put it out on a Saturday. Therefore, no spoilers for the Friday night SmackDown. Right. Steve Jones, you want to wake up now?
I'm not sleeping. I wish I was.
Right, SmackDown. Any comments for SmackDown?
Fucking Daniel Bryan. Oh my god, this guy can do no right. Just in the ring. I've got no problem with this stuff in the ring, but here's the thing.
Apart from he's boring.
He wrestles, that's what we
He's
don't like.
Boring to watch.
He's got a great technical.
I'm not denying the guy has talent.
He's got great technical ability. He's got no flair.
Yes.
You know.
Mm-hmm. He's actually a steak rather than a sizzle. He's the
Yeah.
opposite of John Morrison.
He's pretty much he's a rare steak. You know.
Vegetarians.
Yeah.
Vegan.
But anything I can
Get a
say,
vegan steak?
anything I can say to piss people off about Daniel
Yes.
Bryan, I'm happy. But no, here's the thing. A few things I have with Daniel Bryan that annoy me. Right. The first thing is the way they're turning him heel is ridiculous.
I'm a vegan!
Oh, I'll get to that. The first problem I have is just like this whole Big Show, you would do this to AJ. If AJ believes it, she deserves to get fucked over. I'm sorry. If you believe this shit, right, then obviously you deserve to get screwed over. Screw you as a character. You're an idiot. But what was even better is, but after this Sunday, or whatever Sunday it was,
Yeah.
after Sunday, I will still be the best of all, blah, blah, blah. I will still be a vegan. I didn't realise
No,
your
it was-
veganhood was on the line.
No,
Now
he
that's
said-
a match!
What he said was, I'll still be Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
So, what, your name was on the line as well?
yeah.
I'll still be a vegan,
Why is
and
that?
I'll still be World Heavyweight
I just-
Champion.
If he loses a name, it can go back to Brian Danielson.
Or Daniel Bryant, as my mate Cracker keeps calling him. Daniel Bryant, which I've promised him from
Bryant.
now on, I'm calling him Daniel Bryant on
Daniel
the show. But I just love this idea of Big Show just like, I'll tell you what, screw your title, you know, if you win, I'll become a vegetarian, I'll become a vegan. If I win, you gotta eat a steak. You know what I mean? It's like the biggest match since hair versus hair.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's steak versus carrot. Let's get ready to salad.
Eric.
Daniel
SmackDown.
Bryan. I'm calling it now. Daniel Bryan's finisher in the next few years will be called tossing the salad.
Any comments for SmackDown?
The Caesar slice.
The Great Khali.
Fucking great, I know.
So I almost had an iron cheek moment there.
Oh my. He's in the Elimination Chamber. But all of his threat to win that match was gone by Mr. Orton on
Yep,
Raw.
yep. How to bury
What?
a talent in 5 minutes.
5 minutes. That's generous.
No, he got the match. By the time he pinned him, he knew the barrier was coming.
Yeah.
At least he won.
He got the match, then he pushed him RKO. Wow, you're not a threat, are you?
To be honest
When
with
did Orton and Khali become such good friends? Oh wait, they're not. So we
Yeah.
have to slap each other just in case you
I'm
didn't know
I'm pretty
that.
certain Randy Orton would practice an RKOing his own baby.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
Anything
I'm not
else?
saying anything on
Anything
that.
else on-
You were about to say good booking there, weren't you?
So you've got
Randy Orton versus a baby.
so we've got
For
Daniel
what?
Bryan.
A piece of candy.
So we've got Daniel Bryan versus Big Show in a steak versus salad match, and now we've got Randy Orton versus
It's a
Baby
baby.
in an RKO challenge.
Yeah, for candy.
For Candy.
Candy.
Winning
For the Randy Candy.
That sounds worse.
I have to say about SmackDown is that I like the idea of Santino Morella bringing a new tag team partner every week. Obviously, we had Santoshi and Santino.
Yes.
I am wondering what this week's going to lead into.
Do you reckon he'll tag with Drew McIntyre eventually? Maybe some kind of odd, incredibly unbelievable friendship between the two.
Catholic connection. Because, Drew's from Ayr, so he doesn't have to... He's from Ayr, Scotland. He doesn't have to worry about the Glasgow
And
part.
Santino's Italian. So
Exactly.
Clearly been to the Vatican at once.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Santino.
The next WrestleMania, not this year's, but next year's, it's going to be Santino Morella and Drew McIntyre, the Catholic connection, go for the tag titles with the Pope in their corner.
I'm sorry, we've entered fantasy booking here somewhere along the line.
Wrestled in the deep depths of the Vatican.
And now, so
in a Vatican match.
Vatican
Douche.
with all the dead popes looking on.
Oh my god, there's a rumble in the Sistine Chapel! It's a chapel grapple.
You got JR and Michael Cole sitting there going, "Oh, we'll just say God."
God could enter the
Michael Cole's sitting there going,
Zeus?
"You don't say
Oh,
God."
you've got to
The
get
spotlight.
you've got to get the Reverend Al Sharpton on commentary. My brothers and sisters, he used to grapple champ. Oh my Lord, my stars, my mighty, my granny, my daddy. It's just like, Jesus Christ, what are you talking about? CM Punk's just sitting there going, I'm commentating on this one. Vince McMahon's got a rematch with God. God's got the home field advantage.
Anyway,
The $1 million bat. The $1
Anything
million
else for SmackDown?
Santino has been tag team with Mason Ryan on house shows.
I heard that as well. So
Oh,
that,
no.
but they
Apparently
don't
it's
want to
Power
bring
and
Mason.
Glory
They don't,
2000.
but they don't want to bring Mason in yet because they
No.
want to grow his hair so he looks different to Batista.
Batista.
Because Batista's never had long hair in his life. Oh wait a minute! In his book, is a picture of he's got long hair down to his arse crack. That's gonna work well, isn't it?
That's an image I could have taken.
Yeah. Damn.
My nightmares for the next 2 weeks are sorted.
I'm gonna have some more Powerade.
Anything else for SmackDown? Likes, dislikes.
Yeah. A few dislikes.
Really?
Can we fire Theodore Long?
No. No.
No, because who else makes tag team matches?
Nobody makes a tag team match quite like Theodore Long.
Yeah, because
You
nobody
speak
makes
like
them
him as
that
well,
many.
don't you? Quite.
One day I want Teddy Long to come out and go, hold on, players. I see 4 men in the ring who've got a grievance and halting my show.
Why is
So
he an old southern white man who
Because
in
I
a
don't
cornfield
like,
somewhere?
because I don't like Teddy Long.
So all of a sudden he become the colonel.
Would you would you like me to do an impression of a black man on
Well,
the show?
it would
No,
help.
no.
If you do an impression
No.
of Teddy Long, you've
No.
got to do an impression of
We're
Teddy
trying
Long.
to get over,
Yeah.
not switched off.
Yeah. Well, no, basically, we've got 4 guys in the ring who don't like each other, so I tell you what we're going to do. You're all fired!
Yeah!
What? I'm sick of tag team matches! That's all I ever do! If I you two, Drew McIntyre versus The Undertaker, Braun Patty's match, do it!
Teddy Long snapped.
Yeah, just have them go batshit crazy. Have an insane freak, like, it'd be like having Eugene,
Yeah,
but more
I was gonna
more
say, like,
minority
Michael
friendly.
Well, Vince is always looking for that next minority star.
Yeah, just be like, Hornswoggle, you're gonna go in a body slam challenge with the Big Show. And Big Show's just like, oh, I am not jumping this one. I am not jumping to that little freak. And Hornswoggle's going, you think?
I can do
see.
this. I can do this.
I'm the Hulk Hogan of the Seven Dwarfs.
Yes.
I've just now found a new catchphrase for Jason.
Okay, Eric. Any likes, dislikes, SmackDown?
Yes, dislikes. I'm not happy. I'm happy, and I'm also not happy about Cody Rhodes being in the match. I'm pleased he's obviously
Really?
getting the main event.
I thought you wanted me to do the Warrior.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. But I would also, if known deep down that he's not going to win this Elimination Chamber for Mania, I would have liked that storyline later on where he might have actually had a legitimate chance and actually seen Goldust versus Cody for the Intercontinental title.
Oh,
Well, that-
good.
If that's not going to happen at Mania,
I don't
'cause
think it will.
I don't think it might happen
Well,
at Mania, but it could have happened at the
Two
Elimination
things
Chamber.
two things on that. Number one, I didn't realise we were having the third coming of the Legend Killer. Because Cody Rhodes is the third, Chris Jericho's the second, Randy Orton's the first.
Don't forget about Rob Conway.
Rob fucking. No one remembers Rob Conway.
I
do.
remember.
Oh, for God's sake.
He's the con man.
Look at me.
Yeah. He
Oh,
fought.
no
He
one
fought
remembers.
445, but he
No
knows
one
his
remembers,
song.
but I know his theme song.
He knows his last theme song as
I'm
well.
a singer. I remember music.
No, you really?
What was his finisher?
The Conway.
What's the Conway?
It was a suspended DDT.
A suspect. Right, so basically it was a shit DDT.
No, you hung him for the top rope.
He
For
mainly
the top
did-
rope, bang,
He mainly
DDT.
did.
And then
Oh, right.
He mainly did the flapjack though because he
Yeah,
was
that
a
was
tag team
eventually, yeah.
wrestler. Because what you
But it
know
was
when we
the
used to
Bob
have,
Sweat.
you know, remember
The
back
Bob
in
Swap.
Blood easy stunts.
remember
That was
back in the
his
day when we had tag teams
We'll pick up on that
and
as well.
tag team tag team finishes
Back in the 80s and 90s.
in the 2000s.
Early 2000s.
No.
Well, yeah, 'cause-
that was 03, 4 and 5.
The second thing I was going to say about
Okay, sorry.
Cody Rhodes
Mhm.
is I don't think he should have Goldust at Mania. Because I don't think Cody Rhodes has done anything wrong to deserve such punishment.
Oh!
Goldust is an awesome worker.
He was.
He's also an arrogant Christian twat.
Oh, yeah.
He's
read
like,
his
if
tweets?
you're not a Christian, you can't follow me on Twitter. It's like, fuck you.
I know, but that's Dustin Runnels.
No.
Yeah, and then the fact that he's like, you know,
It's like
I hate,
Goldust.
I hate the Goldust character. I love the Goldust character. I hate the Goldust character. I love the Goldust. Fuck off then. Don't have the Goldust character. But I'll go to TNA and be Black Rain.
If you mention
I'm gonna-
Black Rain to him, you actually get blocked on his
I've
Twitter.
got a WCW and be 7.
I shit you not.
I've got a WCW and be 7.
Will I now?
That worked well.
He also blocks that.
I know it does.
If you mention Seven or Black Rain, he blocks
If
it.
you ask him what he does, he like football, he calls you a pants.
Yeah, football, but soccer for all you American fans.
Yeah.
You're pushing it there, son. Anyway, you got another point other than Cody Rhodes?
No, not really.
Anything else on SmackDown?
Yes, actually,
Oh.
sorry. Brodus Clay being edited out of the show.
Yay!
That annoyed me. I don't know if you read about
No,
that.
no.
Yeah.
Brodus Clay had us another squash match with Mr. Slater,
Alright, yeah.
and then he did a beat. Then McIntyre did a bit of a beatdown, but he
Alright.
ended up getting squashed anyway. That was entirely
He
edited
wasn't on
out.
Raw either, was he?
No, because he did the dark match
Yeah.
against. Here's the one. He did the dark match against Damon Shandor.
Yeah, yeah.
I see.
Damien
Aye.
Sandor.
And Abraham Washington was his manager.
Maybe I was.
Yes, but he was actually on Raw. The dark
Okay.
match on Raw.
So,
Once you finish saying yourself, anything else about SmackDown?
yeah, Green Day sucks.
Okay, moving on to
You are not a wrestling star.
Impact.
TNA Impact.
Impact live from Wembley.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed two things about it.
Hulk Hogan.
No, that wasn't it. One was the fact
Garrett
that the
Bischoff?
atmosphere. Can I finish? The atmosphere was probably the best atmosphere I've seen on a TNA show. And I'm gonna throw it out here. Buddy Ray once again an amazing talent, did an amazing match with James Storm.
Damn right.
And to add a third one from what I was thinking was the match between Haskins and Aries was very good and really impressed me. Matt Haskins as well, but that shooting star press.
Oh,
Haskins, leave it to Brock Lesnar to fuck up a shooting star press.
not you.
You don't need to do it. You're a young talent. You don't need to take risks like that.
I thought he was going to break his neck.
I've got one comment alone about TNA Impact,
Go on,
and that
then.
is, by God, finally, I can turn around and say that they are putting to rest the WCW bullshit, and now I'm really starting to get to the point where I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to really get into this, because you've got guys like Bobby Roode, you've got guys like James Storm and Buddy Ray getting more TV time. And you've got the Hogan and you got the Sting and all that shit, but they're being used in a way that works. You know, you got Hogan working as a trainer, you got Sting working as an authority figure. You know, Dixie Carter I haven't heard of because on Twitter when she tells people, "Oh, I'm still in my pajamas for the Super Bowl." That's great, Dixie. Thanks for letting me
Why
know.
do you follow her on Twitter if you don't like her?
Well, no, because you should know thy enemy.
Why do you think he follows Mr. Laurinaitis?
Yeah.
You
Why
follow
do
Johnny
you
Ace.
think I read
Just
the
the heel on him?
Why do you think I read the Bible?
That's a different podcast.
Hey, God
really
was a
not.
WWE
He
superstar.
was.
I have all the right to
He's
bitch
had more
about it.
WWE matches than us combined.
Eric,
And that annoys me.
Impact.
I loved it.
Oh,
But, I have to say, from Wembley, it did look a bit cheap.
the production
filament.
looked horrible, didn't it?
But
But it was sold out. That's one thing you got to say.
we have to say they had to move the stage
Mm-hmm.
to get more people in. But I don't know, I always feel that about WWE when we come to England.
I don't.
The
I think
production
WWE's
qualities
really good.
always look cheap over here.
It always looks really good.
Like when you
The
watch
first
Raw,
couple.
when you watch Raw and it's not live,
In
Yeah.
fairness,
it just looks cheap
in
and
fairness,
nasty.
though, have you guys been to one of the new WWE live shows in England? Because obviously they've developed a new
The TV or the
Well,
live.
the thing is, they're working on new sets, aren't they?
Well,
Yeah.
no, they've got it. They've got
We've
it.
got
done.
to do that.
There's no word on whether.
We were there in
they-
November.
Yeah, they
when you
weren't.
were
They
there.
weren't there in November. They were the new sets in the live shows. They'll be brought over this time in March, April.
Front
April.
row,
So,
front row,
you
front
know,
row for
well-
Newcastle.
But that, I mean, the live TV,
Yeah.
the TV always to me looks good.
See.
But yours, on your point, I think Impact just looked like a recorded house show.
Which,
And where
I
was
think
Taz and Tennille
better.
obviously were not there.
yeah,
And they were playing it off
Honestly,
as if they were.
I hate to sound like some kind of interior.
But WWE do that
I
as
hate
well.
to sound like an interior designer
Please
or a
do.
PR guy, but I think all TNA really need to do at this point in time, seeing as this,
Trouble.
everything else seems to be looking okay, they need to work on their look.
They need to travel.
and they need to get rid of the blue
Yeah, they need
ropes.
to trim it up.
They need to do a live
They-
show
yeah.
We need red ropes again.
every week.
Yeah.
shit you not, we
Honestly,
need red
right?
ropes.
I mean, have we changed them now? We do have ramps now. Please tell me.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
still
put
have
around.
ramps on the
Yeah,
ramp.
put around.
The thing is, I can't catch Impact as often. I
Yeah,
only
yeah.
catch bits on YouTube, but I like what I see. which is the good thing. You know, I'm not seeing a lot of bullshit like I used to. But, you know...
Do you not miss the ninjas?
Once again, that's a podcast for a later time.
I'm done with Impact, you guys carry on.
Alright, that's Impact wrapped up because you just...
I was just chuffed to see, obviously, Hogan back on TV.
So,
it's about
how
time.
are we rating the wrestling this week?
Well, no, there's 2 more shows.
Oh, why?
Because you've got to touch on them.
Why?
We'll briefly touch on the show that is Explosion.
You have to.
And
There's actually
because
three
I
more-
want
there's
to
actually three more
really...
shows.
Yes, sorry, 3 more. American Audience is 2. Well, American Audience is 1.
There's none, actually.
I'm going to say that Explosion pissed me off.
Yes.
In a huge way.
I agree.
I was looking forward to the read about the Rude and obviously hearing about the Rude Joe match from you.
Did.
Looking forward to seeing that so much, and what we get a
Highlight.
5-minute highlight package.
5 minutes.
If
You're being
that.
generous.
If that.
I would say about a minute.
Taz and Tenay go, and then this happened, then that happened.
Oh.
It's a great match. Don't need to take it off. And obviously you were on Explosion briefly in the top corner. If you look really close when the prick from West Yorkshire's talking, who smacked out his fucking head, right? Look at the top corner. You see a red blurry figure who then holds up an orange blurry sign. That's Eric Van Gisme.
It is. I was getting over.
Superstars. I haven't caught this week. I couldn't really tell you what was on it, other than the fact that I think you said that coming up, the Swagger and Eric Epico and Primo are both going to be competing on.
No, that's this
Coming
week's.
up,
This
that's
is the one coming
Coming
up.
up.
Last week I watched that much Superstars in a bundle.
Well, we'll move on from Superstars then. NXT.
Fine, don't let me finish.
Week 1800 of NXT.
Wait, we can comment on NXT in this show?
Yes.
Yes, it's a wrestling show, we comment. NXT is...
NXT's a wrestling show?
Apparently. It's been going on
You
for...
know what? I think
This
it's-
series, can we just call it right now and say, right, FCW, just stop with the whole bullshit.
Well, I'm liking the new title screen where it's actually showing the talent who's in it
Yeah.
rather than
Okay,
3
well,
rookies.
in which case, can I just say, why not just get rid of NXT and just start televising FCW more then?
No, that's what I'm saying. You're going to bring the big up, just bring everyone up and say,
Well-
look at NXT.
We're getting guys like Alex Riley back on NXT. Obviously, Johnny Curtis. Heath Slater's been on it quite a bit.
Dirty Curty.
Dirty Kurt. He's brilliant.
He's great. Dirty Curty is a talent and he should be on SmackDown.
I wasn't
or
that
Raw.
keen of him when I first saw him on
Yeah, yeah,
NXT 4.
Same here.
But since he hit SmackDown, he had them backstage promos about
The walking
Don't
metaphor.
Cry was built. Yeah,
The walking metaphor.
basically, which was really hilarious.
I got a chip on my shoulder and then he got fed.
I still
to Mark
think
Henry.
now. I still think he should have had his tag title shot with R-Truth.
Yeah.
They should just bring that back randomly. Just, but this whole thing with Maxine and
Yeah.
Derek Bateman, my God, it's been brilliant.
That's-
And it's probably the most edgy show
It is.
about women being on top and
it's
flying
the
on your back. And
and William Regal, and if you're going to watch it for
Regal.
one reason only,
William
watch it
Regal's
for
comedy.
William Regal's commentary because he will have you in stitches at the same time of telling you that's a wrestling move. That wrestling move's called this. And if he doesn't know the move, he'll go, I'm going to look that up and tell you next week what it is, and he will. Master Regal's hour of schooling is in session.
And don't forget about his stories about Maxine
And his stories about Maxine and,
and his,
all his
and her
exes he's
family,
had.
all his wives.
He'll tell you about his conjoined twins if you really want to listen. So that wraps up the wrestling week. Has it been a good
Keeps
week?
them in an attic.
Has
Yes,
it been a good week in
it has.
wrestling?
I've enjoyed it.
I myself have as well. Steve Jones?
Oh, God, help me.
Oh well.
Well, okay, in that case, I'll take that as a no. And we'll move on to the next
I
segment.
don't know what this man
Yeah.
wants.
So what's your next segment?
The next segment, of course, is your personal topics. We each have a time to talk about something that's been brought up that we've wanted to talk about.
And how many minutes did we give each one again?
We did originally give 20, and we'll cut that down to about 10.
Yes.
So,
Oh, don't worry about that. Mine will probably be really, really quick.
so we'll see how we'll go with it.
Yeah.
Do you
We'll
remember your
start.
topic? Not you.
I'm professional. I improvise.
I'm like WWE.
I don't
I'm
need
like
no
every,
script.
I'm like every person backstage.
It's
I forgot giving
all
a pass.
instinct for me.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Instinct.
Okay, old school wrestlers. Which one of you want to go first?
You.
Okay. Oh yeah, I've got mine planned. I know what I'm talking about.
Well done, sir.
In that case, then Eric.
Best to last. Sorry. Continue.
In that case, I'll go last. But Eric, we'll go to you.
I tell you what, I'll go.
Okay,
Right?
Steve Jones.
But basically, I've been wondering for a while, basically for the past half an hour,
Is that how long we've been on?
Yeah.
My God.
Basically,
we've done nothing.
looking at a lot of stuff that I said, well, hold on a minute. Stop a fucking minute. What the fuck is that? You can't just like, I'm here trying to do a segment, and all of a sudden, this went back with a large chocolate bar. You carry on, sir. I don't give two shits about what you're saying, but you carry on.
Hashtag Dairy Mill.
Oh, great.
Hashtag count up.
You know what would be awesome? Oh, thank you. I'm going to stop complaining.
I was going to say.
Cheers. It wasn't that, it was the fact that well, you talk, I'll just eat and pretend I'm listening.
That's what I do in life.
Right, my now 5-minute segment.
Dang on, multitask. So you're telling the truth. He wasn't listening.
Yeah.
Come on,
But, I'm a thinker, right? We're saying a lot of these things that happen, right? And he often says, "Ooh, good booking or bad booking, whatever." And we look hashtag, and everything's a hashtag because we bitch at WWE being obsessed with Twitter, and then we have a hashtag in our own title.
Well, no, we bitch about it, and then Jesse goes around going, "I've just learned what a hashtag does." Guess what happens? I put a hashtag in front of it. Anyone else can
That was
click
a
it
few
and see what
months
happens.
ago, to be fair.
Yeah, by the way, Jesse is a guy that tried to hashtag, and he complained but it didn't work. Just saying.
Yeah, I can spell
But-
it though. You can spell hashtag
We'll
and
look
hashtag it.
We'll look at some of the things that happen in wrestling which either went wrong, like the gobbledygooker.
That's not wrong.
It's wrong.
Hector Guerrero deserved more, right?
That was so wrong, it deserves some ethnic cleansing.
That's some of his biggest moments in his career, apart from his
What?
TNA stuff.
Watch yourself, boy.
No, but
I'm
he's
being serious here, people.
So am I.
really serious.
Anyway, we'll go back to Steve
Right.
Jones, and you'll have a chance to comment later.
no, so what I decided to do is try to see if we can fix certain issues, or if we can try and book more interesting shit than what's already been booked.
Okay.
The first thing I want to talk about is we're going to play a bit of fantasy roleplay here, and well, not roleplay, but
No.
you get the strawberries, I'll get the green.
I've got the
Just
chocolate.
me, get the camera. We've got a brand new show. Hashtag, never mind. Hashtag my hashtag. I'm trying to work out what a hashtag would be.
Sorry, surely some of this is going to get cut.
Oh, pretty much.
Like Randy Candy.
What, I might just do a blooper reel.
Not this entire episode.
But, right, so we're going to start with WrestleMania,
Right, let's do it.
right?
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, Jessby's in the front crowd, trying not to live up to his second name. You know? And suddenly The Rock wins the WWE Championship. My God! What? Okay.
Focus.
Right, focus.
Oh, I thought you wanted a reaction, sorry.
Not
No.
yet.
He's getting into the roleplay.
My
Right.
bad.
So
Put that
the
thing away.
question is, right? The question: if we did say that The Rock somehow won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, how do you handle it? Well, Jimmy turns around and says, "Oh, we'll vacate the title."
If he has to leave.
No,
What do you mean if?
let's not have. Well, see, here's the thing. I believe in a like-for-like idea. The Rock got put over at Mania, so on Raw, The Rock should put someone else over. So why not have The Rock lose the title legitimately to someone?
As long as it's not Cena.
Because that's not Cena.
Or The Miz.
What if it was someone like Dolph Ziggler
No.
or Chris Jericho?
Chris Jericho.
Why didn't you put someone who's on the cusp?
What?
Someone who's on the cusp of the main event.
Yeah,
I say
exactly.
Dolph. Because a win over The Rock would propel
Yeah.
your career.
That's
And
it.
he's paid his dues.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I wouldn't say CM Punk, and for a good reason. It's not because I don't like CM Punk. Everyone knows I like CM Punk. But you've got a potential main event match there in itself.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to use that at Says Mania, you'd be like, oh, well, we'll do the same. But then CM Punk could be like, I'm in the main event. But hang on, didn't you bitch about that? Shut up. I'm a heel now. I'm allowed to do that shit. But, you know, so I would have The Rock lose to Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, Dolph or Cody.
Dolph Ziggler.
It'll be Dolph for me, like, but because I think, like you said,
Or have Bully Ray come back.
Yes.
I'll have Bully Ray come back and beat The Rock. I'm down with that.
But when he walks into the ring, is he still Buddy Ray or is he Bubba Ray again?
But he-
He's the bully, Bubba Ray.
yeah, the Bully Bubba Ray.
You mean
He'd be
big bad
he-
Bully?
yeah, he's the big bad, the
Bully
big
Bubba Ray.
Big
Yeah.
bad Bubba, big bad Bubba Bully Ray.
Yeah.
To make everybody happy.
Yeah, other things.
This WCW tag title.
Other things I would like to do. I want to talk about one of the, I don't know what he said. This is what great about listening to the show back. You miss the shit that you. Yeah.
Really true.
But another thing I
Not
would
that I
like to.
listen to myself.
One of the biggest catastrophes in wrestling, I think, needs to be corrected. If I had a time machine, I would go back and do this far better. The first thing I'd do is, if you're going to introduce a new superstar, two things. Number one, don't have them walk through a wall. and don't make them wear a glittered up Stormtrooper helmet. I'm talking about you know who. I can't even bring myself to say his name. I can't, because if I say his name, I'm going to
It's your company.
Typhoon? Tugboat?
Right, everyone knows
The
debut.
Shockmaster.
Yeah, everyone knows the debut of the Shockmaster. Everyone has seen it. It's the Shockmaster. He crumbles through the wall. The helmet rolls off. He scrambles to put it back on and struts in the middle as if he's something big and bad.
And British Bulldog goes, holy shit, he's been on his arse.
Yeah. Now, I'm sorry. Whose fucking idea was it to go, we've got this monster, man. He is huge.
Whose idea was it?
Yeah.
I know whose idea it was.
Who?
Dusty Rhodes.
I was going to say.
That whole gimmick
Yeah.
was Dusty's idea.
I was going to say, you can't be blaming
Oh, baby,
Russo.
I
Or
tell you right now, baby.
I noticed how I said who did it, not fire Russo. I don't blame Russo for everything. He actually had some good ideas.
I'm just defending him before you start.
Baby, I'll tell you right now, I got a perfect idea for you, baby. Daddy, you gonna put this down chair right here, and you're gonna walk through there at the Shockmaster, and baby, you're gonna be Sting's partner, and you're gonna go right to the top, and oh yeah.
Do me a favour, please just say to me in that voice, he's got a bicycle.
Oh, he's got a bicycle, baby. You know he has that.
So, but they got we've got this heel, man. We've got this huge heel. What are we gonna do with him? It's like, well, I got a great idea. We're gonna put a helmet on him, which is Stormtrooper. We're gonna Twilight that motherfucker. We're gonna Twilight him. Then we're gonna have him walk through a wall, baby.
So it's Sparkles!
Yeah, we're gonna have him walk through a wall, baby. It's like, so basically this big behemoth of a waste of talent bursts through the wall and falls over. Why not just do it a simple way? Have him just come out. Not that way. Not the way you've been doing the past 5 minutes of this show. But and I just have him come out as a fucking heel. Have him destroy it. Be the Shock. The fact that he just rips the shit out of people. Early Undertaker, the whole sit-up malarkey. Don't have him come through a goddamn wall. Physics does not like that idea. Physics is going, screw that shit. The only, oh my god, it was like Shockmaster versus Gravity. Gravity wins. Gravity used creative control. Other things I would change about booking, past mistakes. I'll probably have 2 more, this and another. Okay. Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan in WCW.
Oh, the one. The own story, isn't it?
The whole fireball aspect of it that we're trying to do. Keep fire out of the ring. It doesn't work.
Jerry King Lawler made a career out of it.
I don't care about
fire at all.
I do not care about Jerry the Thing Lawler. I really don't. Kane obviously has good fire, and there have been great moments with it. But when you got guys that don't know what the fuck they're doing with it.
Well, I don't like about the whole Warrior was the War Games, where the smoke appeared in the middle of a cage.
You mean the mirror bit?
Then he disappeared and came back out and he's already on the cage.
The worst part of it wasn't even the match. It was the promo where Hogan and Bischoff in the locker room, there's a mirror, and Ultimate Warrior's in the mirror. And Hogan's like, I see him, brother. I see him. Eric's like, there's no one there. It's like, we're watching this on TV! The commentators are going, hey, let's all, no, I can't see anything. It's like, they did it with Undertaker and, was it Brock? It wasn't Brock, who was it? Randy Orton.
Yes,
Bob Orton.
With the blood.
All the blood, they turn around, wait, what's wrong? And Taz goes, hey, there's some weird shit going on right here. It's like, we could see it!
Yes, what they should do, they should just have Randy Orton freaking out.
Yeah.
And you don't say anything.
Exactly.
That really annoys me. I agree with you there. You shouldn't be seeing what they're seeing because that's just not possible.
Exactly. I'm with that.
Oh.
But that's what I mean with that Ultimate Warrior thing. They were the first to
shouldn't
do
they at least,
the only thing to
shouldn't they at least not have the commentators comment?
Yeah.
If you're going to show it,
I don't think you should.
But if you're going to show what people, if you're going to go right, we want people to see exactly what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Do it as a film would. A film would show you.
Yeah, but that's a film.
That's
this is wrestling.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you do it that aspect of you'd show it, you just have people. You'd just cut back to the commentators.
Because I think me and Jason would agree.
I don't
take Hope. Right, if I will move over Hogan to Randy Orton because Randy Orton's the one that more people remember than the show, right?
Yeah.
If we were watching that and all of a sudden Randy was like, "Oh my god, whoa, I'm freaking out," and you're just like, "What are you freaking out for?" And then every now and then. You just hear, you just maybe you see Undertaker in a corridor, but not mentioned. It's not fully like like when you get people who make scary videos, you just have someone walking in the background, Harley knows. Something like that would have worked far better because then some people would have caught it, some people wouldn't have caught it.
It's like I accept it when they appear in mirrors where you can see them, but if they don't see them, because obviously anyone can go like that and look in a mirror and get back. I can accept that because they are actually there.
Yeah,
but not like appearing and like.
So my last booking fix, I'd like to fix. This is the last thing I'd like to fix, and I have to admit, this one gets me a bit annoyed for a good reason.
Really? I haven't noticed the past ones getting you annoyed at all.
No, that's just here's the thing. Hulk Hogan
Again?
versus The Undertaker, right?
Right. When?
I'm not talking about the earlier ones.
Judgment
What
Day
about
2.
If I use the word choke slam,
You
would've-
can't defend Hogan there.
I would have gone to Hogan before the beginning of the match and say, like, Hogan, here's how it works. You learn how to take a fucking choke slam, or we're not paying you.
How did he forget when Sid used to do it to him all the time?
Yeah.
How did he go?
Jump! just what? I mean, here's the thing. At that point, I was glad for Hogan to be in the business.
I wasn't.
You know, hey, if my thing is, if you can still go, if you're still relevant, or you can make yourself relevant, and you're reliable, and you can do the same schedule as all the young guys.
Which he did, apart from coming to England.
Yeah, but
So-
to be fair,
so
he's still not the one. He still can't go. The matches are below subpar.
No, I mean then.
So am I the only person who got really, 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 really annoyed with the 7-minute fucking standing ovations?
Yeah, no. I no. Here's the thing. I didn't like the 7-minute standing ovation. I didn't like the whole. I didn't like the whole. You know, coming out doing the whole hugger for like 5-7 minutes,
And then him pretending to cry.
It's pretty much everything. I know what the Hulkamaniacs are. They're Nazis, you know. Not for the hatred. No.
So I'm a Nazi.
No, not for the hatred, but the fact they're all scared. I can't be the last one to stop clapping, otherwise I'm not a true Hulkamaniac. I've got to keep clapping. Keep clapping! For the love of God! So basically, you've got people who are like, I can't be the first and I can't be the last. I've got to keep clapping. And then eventually they're just like, I have to, my hands are bleeding. But yeah, so basically all I would do with that one, I wouldn't change the match except I would be going to Hogan before the match and say, look, learn to take a fucking choke
Well,
slam.
that was the problem. It was even going to be the choke slam at Tombstone on the last ride. And he obviously wasn't going to get the last ride.
Yeah.
It certainly wasn't going to be a tombstone.
And he wasn't going to do a
Thank
tombstone.
Christ.
If he couldn't do a choke slam, he wasn't going to do a tombstone one, was he?
Yeah.
He could have just done taking care of business and made him top. And I would have preferred that over Angle making him top.
I would say Hogan never tapped before that, had he?
But that's my improvised little segment there, and you'll be far more prepared.
I just want to have one comment.
Yes.
I like how you've completely changed the subject from last week. But never mind.
I know, because
I like it.
Basically because there's actually not a lot for me to bitch about the post era.
What, since 05?
I can do that next time.
Not,
I can make a
You can do
show
that
on
next
that.
time.
not that I could condense it to 10 minutes.
Ah. Yeah.
We'll do
Mine would be about 5
maybe
hours.
my segment will change every episode.
That would be brilliant. Advertise something, then change it.
Yeah.
Say card subject to change.
Basically like with how Triple H and Randy Orton are scheduled to appear in certain houses, and then they don't appear.
Well, if Cena doesn't appear, you can get your money back in some. Did you know that?
Oh,
Yeah.
so Cena's actually useful for something.
Yeah, for not being there.
No, but the thing is,
It's cost me a night out in Miami.
Cena wasn't here, I'm afraid, so we've just had to make the WWE Championship a triple threat. I'll pay you double. So it's free. I don't care. Does The Rock win? Well, we can't say anything, but we do know that we've signed a new contract. Yes! I feel the total market squeezing me my energy. And when The Rock was the championship, they will be out of control. Next.
my segment
I believe it was.
is about
championships,
titles.
right?
Titles and championships in professional wrestling. How they have dropped the ball. The WWE have really dropped the ball lately with their current titles.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
It's just really annoying that it's off. It's really annoying, as I touched on this last week, about how we kept the WWE Tag Team titles and the Divas titles in place of the World Tag Team Champions would have been around since 1971. We got rid of them in 2010. Why keep belts from 2002? Is this supposed to be the WWE era? Because that's what worries me. are we going to get rid of the WWE title next and just continue from the World Heavyweight title and everything from B02 onwards?
No, I think
Apart from obviously the IC in US, but both them have been vacated and unified and brought back to renew it.
But the thing is, I'm
Which is quite
one of those
worrying.
people that, you know, my problem isn't the WWE Championship. My problem is the way it looks. Can we get rid of this bling bling bullshit?
Yes, but as long as we don't get rid of the title history since
Yeah.
1963, that's
Do-
what's
do
really
you-
starting
do
to
you
panic me
think-
with this
do you-
whole talking about unifying the titles again.
Okay, so what titles right now would you love to get rid of?
The WWE tag titles and the Divas.
Yeah.
If we're only allowed to have one, bring back the World Tag Team titles and the Women's title that actually have prestige and mean something.
Should the championships just be like consider? Okay, well, for the time we use a different title, but it's the same shit. Like the World Women's Championship, you bring that back, you get rid of the Divas, say, but these people were Divas champion, or do you consider
No,
it a
no.
different title?
I want it back to the Women's title, so I want the belt brought back. Layla was the last champion, and then it got deactivated. I want it to be
So
brought
what-
back
yeah, what I'm
like the
saying
IC title
is,
came.
what-
These
what-
these women were Divas champion, and that's a completely different belt. You don't
So
add it
you
into
make
it.
that defunct and say, well, that was that.
So the Divas title was from 08 to
Who was the first Divas champ? Was it
Michelle
Malie-
McCool.
Michelle
Michelle
McCool.
McCool. Yes, unfortunately. Then it
So
should
I
be
would
from
have
her.
thought. I would have thought it was like Beth Phoenix or something.
It was
Well,
good. It should have been
built-
Natalia.
It was built to be Natalia,
And
and then
then
Michelle McCool came around and it was fully
Michelle
she won it.
McCool got with the Undertaker,
Was that
Yeah,
around the
true.
same time?
and that's the last I'll say on that.
Was that around about the same time?
Oh yes.
Michelle McCool's probably got his hair still at home or something like that.
Let's move on
So-
to Taker being bad.
Right. She did his wig. And then the world.
She's
And
wearing
what I
it.
was saying last week, right? The WWE Tag Team Champions. We obviously can't mention Chris Benoit on TV.
Yeah, so it makes no sense
Right.
just having as a...
We can't. We don't really mention Kurt Angle that much on TV.
Apart from when you're going to
Unless
put
it's
a
a
video package.
DVD.
Video package.
Only on
Yeah.
DVDs.
Not even that.
He-
The Royal Rumble
My,
packages.
my problem with that,
No.
is though, you get evil motherfuckers in all kinds of sports. Other sports don't fucking mention them.
NFL still mentions OJ.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, you've got like
WWE still mention OJ.
boxing still talks about fucking Mike Tyson
Listen,
who
exactly.
fucking, you know, ripped it. What was it? Someone came up with the excuse of, oh yeah, well he apologised and he learned his mistake. Oh yeah, I'm fucking contented. I mean, I'm not saying the guy should be in prison for the rest of his life. All I'm saying is, you know, there are fucktards in all kinds of Hollywood, especially.
Yeah.
You know, this.
Just think of the stuff we don't know about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fucking, there's no problem with mentioning Benoit because it's a tale of tragedy. He was great and then he went fucking doolally. You know, he wasn't always a psychotic fucked head. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Shit happens to you, you turn fucking doolally. Chris Benoit was a great wrestler and then he fucking flipped. And then people are like, oh, we can't mention Benoit. Why? Oh, well, because he killed people. He was also World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, but he killed people.
For most of 2004,
Yeah.
do we just erase this from history?
Yeah,
Do we
he
just
was in
erase
the-
the Royal Rumble?
He was in
Do
the
we
main
erase
event.
all the
He-
titles
he,
as one?
he was in the main event of Mania and won. He was in the Royal Rumble and won. Do you
So-
just pretend they didn't happen?
So, what, like as I said about this WWE magazine, I've actually seen Triple H and Shawn Michaels lost a triple threat at WrestleMania 20 for the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah.
But I've actually seen that with no mention of who won.
Well, at least that was mentioned that before,
Right.
and it used to just be a triple threat match.
Yeah,
I've actually seen it just not mentioned.
not mentioned at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But I have to say, the WWE Encyclopedia mentioned Chris Benoit, which really shocked me, and there's quite a big page about him.
yeah.
So, if it's okay for that to have it in,
That
You
came
want-
out around about WrestleMania 25. then.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
Also want to mention about
no,
Champions
hang
Stadium
on.
to bring
No,
back.
no, hang on. So, my argument is
Try
the
and keep
World Tag Team titles, who was Tarzan Tyler and Luke Graham,
Yep.
1971, right? That's where we should be living history and
Do you think
continuing
of
this
Valentine's?
belt. I think so. They should be keeping this history from there. The woman's title, 1956, the fabulous Moolah. Why get rid of this history? Why? For these new belts.
Alright, so
Right.
in Jizme's WWE, we've lost the Divas Championship. Hooray! We've getting rid of the WWE Tag Team Championships. Hooray! And we brought back the Women and the World Tag Team Championships. Hooray!
Yes.
What next?
History. Right.
What you bring back next?
What do I bring back next?
Because obviously,
Well, I remember
I remember-
in the Attitude Era, we had 7 titles. And it worked brilliantly.
In the time.
Brilliant. Yes. And it would work now if you had the talent and used it correctly.
Do you remember,
And then when
do you remember
the
rule
invasion
number 1 of my blog of how to fix SmackDown? and have fixed WWE
Bring-
in general.
What, about bring the European title, the hardcore title in?
No.
That's how I would fix
Don't
it.
fire the superstars, fire the writers.
Writers. That's what I'm saying though. That's
You had decent
Aye.
writing talent now.
You also
Sorry,
need
you had
to
decent booking
you
talent.
get a lot more on the roster as well. You get a lot more.
Exactly.
You get a larger roster. So
in an right. So if we can only keep one set, in an ideal world, I would keep the lot.
I know you would.
But like when we got the invasion,
Gian
2001,
would be-
we had 11 titles.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so good.
You're just upset that Jim Ross never became the barbecue sauce champion.
11
The match
championships.
rules are where you have to blind your superstar, your opponent, with barbecue sauce.
Do it. Book it now.
By the way, it's also an inferno match, so you got the great smell of steak in the arena.
I would rather see that.
You got Undertaker and fucking Hogan going for it for the world title in the main event, and all people goes, I really am hungry.
you've got a whole
So
lot.
the Attitude. I'll go back to the Attitude Era. You
Right.
had at the time, obviously the WWF title, the Intercontinental, European Hardcore, World Tag Team, Light Heavyweight, and Women's. Everybody had a storyline, and everyone had multiple titles to go for, and it worked. You had guys like Crash Holly being one of the kings of the hardcore division, and he also was a light heavyweight and European and tag team champion.
Is Crash your favourite hardcore?
No, he's up there. It's him and Raven for me.
Of course it is. Whoever won the most.
27 times, people. 27 times. Yes, the first champion that got awarded.
So I was laughing when I was saying
to
Mick
me,
Foley.
bring the hardcore title back and use some of these undercard guys. Look at WrestleMania 2000. You got 13 guys in that battle royal. I probably wouldn't even. That maybe it's about 3 or 4 of them might have been on the card if it hadn't been for that match.
Talking about what you're talking about there, that was the greatest, for me, one of the greatest blasphemies on WrestleMania.
What the hardcore?
No, the
Oh.
United States Championship match that was supposed to happen, and it didn't.
Oh,
Sheamus Bryan.
Bryan. Yeah, that's
That
Yeah.
was unforgivable, as far as I'm concerned. United States Championship gets bumped off the fucking card.
For Snooki.
Yeah, it's like, fuck Snooki. Everyone else has, I suppose. But it's just like, no one
Funny
cared.
because it's true.
Well, no one wanted that match. The United
They
States
didn't?
Championship, man.
I know.
It's a title.
I would keep that. I know, and I would keep the US title around. So you can have two world titles if you need to keep. If we can keep 2 world titles, you have 2 secondary titles, and we have 2 third titles.
So what's your,
Right.
what's your secondary then? You gonna go ICUS to
Yeah,
And
and then they're the third
European
ones, and hardcore.
hardcore your third? Yeah.
Right, and then we have light heavyweight to establish the guys, the younger talent, the
Could we,
thinner talent.
could we agreed last week we'd rather bring out light
Like-
heavyweight than cruiserweight
Yeah.
because it opens it up more.
The problem is when you got newer guys who are big and beefy, do you just have to go for the hardcore or the European, that kind of deal?
Yeah, and build them up. Look at Triple H.
I'd rather not.
No, me neither, because I hate the guy. But you know, he was European champion, and the European title meant something. He was European champion. The Rock was Intercontinental champion.
X-Pac, Shane McMahon,
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, the British Bulldog.
Eddie Guerrero, Test.
Was Bret
Jeff
Hart?
Hardy,
Owen
RVD.
Hart.
Owen Hart.
RVD at the end for like
Who gives
a
a
few
shit on
seconds.
Rob Van Dam?
No, but he was the last European champion. I'm just saying. Jeff Hardy, William Regal, the 4-time champion. He made, you know what I mean? He made that belt at times.
It's me, It's DDP.
Is that a good thing?
So, and another reason why we bring European champions back, because we can make new Grand Slam champions. Because the amount of limited people now who will never be a Grand Slam champion, it's fucking annoying. You know what I mean? There was a
Who
big.
in WWE does right now, not including the Rock or Jericho, deserves to be a Grand Slam champ?
William Regal.
Yeah.
He's one away.
He's-
Gold dust.
He's a world championship. That's all he needs.
Goldust, do you reckon? He couldn't pull off a world title reign.
He could have back in the day.
Not now, he can't.
No, not now. But back in the day, he could have. Regal could, but you'd have to build it up in the right way.
Yeah.
They're a big show.
Yes.
Well, what's Show waiting for? For a tier, isn't it? No, he's got the hardcore.
Yeah, because apparently hardcore counts. That was added in lately. It's just and US doesn't count. Yeah, it's weird.
It's a weird
The ones that they count is the WWE or World Heavyweight, which are never used to count.
No, basically they count the ones depending on who they're talking about.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they don't count the ECW title or the US title, but they count everything else.
Well,
So European
Right now,
or
who's-
hardcore, WWE tag or World tag, IC, and then
Where's it-
WWE.
right now in the world of wrestling, who is left to be Grand Slam?
Big Show, William Regal, Goldust. These guys are one. Even Hurricanes only one away.
Well, yeah, world.
Two away, sorry.
World and
US.
Second tier?
I see.
I
Yeah.
see.
Because he's got the European, he's got the World Tag, the Hardcore. So bring it back. Let these people be Grand Slam champions. Shawn Michaels was like, I'm the first ever, and it was something. It meant something. But now it's not even mentioned.
When did he become the Grand Slam champ?
After he won the European.
97.
What? After he won the
Yeah.
European.
He had all the titles.
So the
and
hardcore title wasn't around then?
No.
Right.
But then they've added that in lately.
It was support originally. It was every title that you were available to go.
Because back in the day, yeah, the WWF title, the World Tag titles, and the IC, and
Yeah,
they were
Triple
always
Crown.
called the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
And then when they brought the European title, Bulldog won it, and Shawn beat Bulldog, and then that's when he slated, I'm the first ever Grand Slam champion. Because
Yeah.
obviously there was titles pre this, like
Yeah.
the United States tag titles, but
But
we're not going
that
into that.
does
That's
mean
another
that
podcast.
does mean you're Grand Slam champion if you win every title available at the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
during your career, if you win every title that's available during your career,
You're the Grand Slam
But the
champion.
official definition of Grand Slam is
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
So,
So to hold the European, Intercontinental, World Tag,
and WWE. That was the original definition, and that's how I would still keep it.
Where
to
does
me,
Kane fall over there? 'Cause
apparently because he won the Hardcore title, and then WWE.com announced the Hardcore title now he was now a Grand Slam champion because he had the WWE, the IC, World Tag, and then he won the Hardcore in 01, and then after that they announced he was Grand Slam champion, and then that's what it all went to hell after that. Then they were
it's
adding,
time to
and then,
redefine.
and then Kurt Angle was a Grand Slam because he held the WWE tag. Eddie Guerrero was in there apparently, so I
Eddie's
don't
a
know.
Triple Crown at least.
Well,
isn't he?
careful, you're mentioning Guerrero there.
Yeah, but Eddie's a Triple Crown, so
He's,
it at least counts.
Yeah,
Eddie.
yeah, but
he
he's
did
not
have
though.
European.
He's not because he never held the World Tag titles.
Oh,
In my
fair enough.
opinion, it should only be the original titles.
For this segment, I want to ask you a question at the top of your segment here. 2 world titles or 1 undisputed?
It depends. If we are having 2 sets of tag titles, 2 women/divas, IC/US, then 2 world titles. But if we already can have 1 of each,
So
obviously-
1 belt to rule
Oh.
them all.
So you'd have-
But if we are going to get rid of the halves, I want to bring back. I want $1 million title.
We know you do.
Yeah, I want.
If it's a belt, you want it.
Yeah, I want all the old titles back.
Yeah.
If we're going to do that, I don't just want Raw. Like if I don't want to just have WWE, IC tag titles. I don't want just 4
Yeah.
titles. No.
Well, I assume you'd still keep the US.
To
around.
me, I think you could have a world at least 14 titles in WWE. That's what I.
Okay, before I start mine, knock us out
that
with
would
that
be
one.
the ideal one.
Just hit us with that one quickly.
WWE World Heavyweight, Intercontinental, US, European Hardcore, Light Heavyweight, Cruiserweight, World Tag, WWE Tag, Women's Divas, $1 million, and the ECW title. Right, I missed any.
Fuck you in the neck with your light heavyweight and your cruiserweight.
Yeah, and fuck you with ECW. It's not around anymore.
We'll bring it back.
No!
Ezekiel Jackson will bring the title back. Is that
that
every-
does lead me straight into
Is
my
that every
point.
title?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
No.
15,
Yeah,
15. We need a TV title as well. We can have a TV title.
We're also going to have the Golden Arms Championship, the People's Championship.
That's what I just have
We're
to.
going to have the Commentator
I-
Championship, the Beer Drinkers Championship,
No, that's TNA.
the TLC Championship, the Hell in a Cell Championship, the the tag team, but with the triple threat tag team.
No,
Championship.
6-man tag team
The
belt.
6-pack challenge tag team match. We're going to have a Royal Rumble, but not Royal Rumble Championship. We're going to have an Egg and Spoon Championship,
That's-
and ultimately a Vince McMahon Championship. There's only ever one champion. Funny enough, it's Triple H. Weird.
One
Well,
thing,
Go on.
just about
Finish it up.
TNA.
Finish it up.
Just to wrap it up, this is where I think TNA have it spot on. They have 2 shows, but only 1 match on Explosion. So you have, right? You've got. So it's not really a
They didn't,
show.
even, they didn't even have one match on Explosion this week.
You've got the TNA World. You've got the TV, the X Division, which I think, this is my thing, it should get rid of the weight limits.
Yeah.
I want it back to where you can win it, because then that defeats the object of a Grand Slam champion in TNA now, because you have to be
But when you're
certain.
TNA television
You have to be
champion,
thin.
but when you're TNA like TV champion, you can claim you're holding 2 championships. There's like 3 championships. It's like, oh, I'm the TV champion and the global champion and the Legends champion.
But you know what I mean? Now, you have to be a certain
Same
weight
fucking
limit.
belt.
Yeah, I know, but it's the same history, that just changed the name. I'm okay with that.
But why-
It's like the WWE title, though. How many times has that changed its name? WWF, WWF, WWE
Dan,
Undisputed.
Dan, save us.
No,
Save
no,
us
no,
from this
wait.
segment. No! He's been waiting patiently.
No.
He's going to have his goddamn
Wait.
segment.
I'm gonna have my
Okay,
goddamn
okay.
segment. Right. So you have the X Division and you have the TNA tag titles. Right?
Yeah.
Just get so that's perfect. 4 titles for everyone. There's a smaller roster, and then how they use their knockouts. You have a main knockout title, and they even have a set of tag titles, which men can win as well, and women can win their titles. Bring back intergender wrestling.com.
Really? I think you're gonna finish with a .com.
Hashtag.
I swear to God, that's a porn site in the making. Intergender wrestling.
Hashtag.
What are you on about in the making?
Rule 34.
Hashtag titles, people.
Hang on. Rule 34 is like if it's there, a porn exists for it. And I'm just talking about intergender wrestling. That's sex, isn't it? Man and woman, just getting on there being grappling.
ODB and Eric Young for the knockouts tag
Don't
titles.
care.
I'm calling it now.
Wrap it up.
So, in all, bring back more titles because titles make wrestlers better.
No, they don't.
They do because they're remembered
And
by
man-
their titles.
Right. Last word, then you can respond, and that's it.
All
Go.
I'm saying is when you win a championship, you are there in history. No matter who tries to change it, Vince McMahon, right?
Oh, we thought it was Russo.
Right? No, we're not changing history. You win that belt. Once it's official, and you will always be remembered. And when people look through the history of titles, you were there. If you haven't won one, you're not there.
Except in other aspects of the history book.
Yes, but people don't look
You know
at
that
matches.
real fans
No,
will read.
no, yeah. But how many people, like we've seen before, about looking for matches that people won't even be looking for because people don't even go past the 90s in wrestling these days.
That's because we're an older generation.
The early 2000s are overlooked.
You won't watch a 70s match.
I will if it's WWE. I'm not WWF.
You won't watch an NWA match.
It's like I'll watch it, but it hurts.
Right. Your response to
They're too long.
your response to wrestlers
I
are
watch
better
Buddy
with
Rogers
titles.
versus Bruno.
I will happily leave it at one line, which is
Fuck you.
championships do not make men make championships. My point, my only evidence for this, The Miz was WWE champion.
I know.
Right.
But hashtag bad booking.
You did before.
Dan Adamson!
About 5 minutes ago, leading me straight into my point, but for some reason that disappeared.
We have to stop for a Chuck E. Cheese.
Right, my point is the rise and fall of the WWE presents ECW,
WWECW.
which was
Bring it back.
it was good to start with. I mean,
It
yeah,
wasn't.
it did.
was.
Can I talk in my fucking part?
You've got the middle seat.
Right.
Calm down.
Finally, he's live on the show.
Fucking
We
hell.
can hear him!
That's why we're winding you up so
Right.
that people can hear you.
You've got Paul Heyman was brought in.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman was given control. Him and Dreamer would do the booking and brought the talent up. So you've got that. You run it. You're going to run it with Dreamer. Taz, I think, was on the booking crew as well. So you've got the old feel of ECW. You've got the old production style of ECW, but with modern and better equipment. Of course, the TV
Yeah.
deal wasn't great. You brought Dreamer straight away. First thing you do, you call up your old friends. You bring in Roadkill and Danny Doran, who you really didn't see that much of.
Velocity.
Sabu and RVD, and you brought all.
You're really bringing up Sabu in this.
Can I continue?
Yes.
You bring all your ECW. You bring your ECW originals in to give it that original feel. If you're
nostalgia.
gonna do WCW, you bring in Hogan, Sting, and then watch all the old wrestlers not wrestle anymore.
But TNA did that.
Exactly. So
That's why they're a good company.
So what ECW
What, I mean,
did
now
was
that
brought
they're
in.
jumping that ship.
You brought in the people that you loved, the people you liked.
Poor
The
Raven.
first great moment was to have RVD as the world champion.
Come here.
Oh, what about
It's a
one night,
t-shirt.
what about the first one night stand?
Well, that was a but I'm
That
talking
was
about the
the
production
that
of
was,
it.
yeah, but that was the brainchild though.
Yes, but I'm talking about the
Oh, the-
show.
when the company
Yeah,
came
yeah,
back.
when the company was
Sorry.
brought back, not the one night stand. So you brought in RVD, you made him the world champion. So you basically picked up where the story was going originally before you ran out of money. One of the personal highlights for me when it comes to the show was the Hammersmith Ballroom and that episode they did. Because you brought in people like Big Show, who got a cheer. But then you brought in people like Batista, who got booed out the building. He brought in CM Punk, who debuted there, and it was the right environment for CM Punk to come in, because it was ECW fans who were pretty much moved on to Ring of Honor, because that's where Ring of Honor was based.
And they all sold out against Just Incredible.
Yes. But here's the problem. The fall of ECW started in that episode. Because the crowd was an ECW crowd, not a SmackDown crowd waiting for, just sitting going, oh, what's ECW that's on? No, it was a crowd was a hardcore, we'll say what we want, we'll do what we want, ECW crowd, and that's when Sci-Fi went, you can't ever go there again.
Yeah.
You lost the feel of ECW. It was then that you brought in Vince's idea of what ECW should be. And that had very good points. You had the new Superstar Initiative, which gave you some great superstars. Gave you some pretty terrible ones as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that was where Chris Harris debuted.
Hey, you leave bread and water out of this. We have jumped to there.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna come back though. Brendan Walton's though, you know, the best of Brendan Walton DVD. Look on YouTube for that.
I would buy that.
That's an amazing free disc collection of he meets Matt Hardy. Walk into the ring with Matt Hardy.
Yeah,
But to go back to the Hammersmith Ballroom.
Estrada and that other guy, Paul Curtis.
So you had all these points, and you had, you know, that. So eventually you were feeling that it was starting to lose Paul Heyman's grip. And when it loses Paul Heyman's grip, what does Heyman do? Bye. Books it so that Bobby Lashley holds the ECW title. The first black spot on ECW. Bobby Lashley wins the ECW title against the Big Show. Wow. Then
Why was Big Show champion?
Because he beat RVD, and that was a great move to turn him heel.
Why did RVD lose the title?
Because he's shit.
Well, no, it was actually because RVD got caught with Duel.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we move on to all this stuff, and Bobby Heyman leaves, and when Heyman leaves, he puts Michael Hayes in charge. So you've got a black superstar who's your world champion. And then you put Michael Hayes, a man well known for not being all that tolerant of minorities, a man well known who used to wrestle and face paint with the Southern Confederates cross. That was a great move in charge of. Let's put him in charge of a black person and make him world champion.
But who left him in charge?
Vince.
There you go.
Vince made him in charge. Vince has no. Vince. The great part is if you look again, there's a slight rise in the ratings of it.
Quick question: Who is it that beat Bobby Lashley to become ECW champion?
The greatest move ever.
Oh yeah, that's a dark spot, but it's not the blackest spot.
Vince McMahon deserved to be ECW champion because he bought them, he wanted them out, and now he was the champion. He should have done the same with the WCW
Vince McMahon
title.
become champion? It was
Bobby Lashley,
right? Then who beat Bobby Lashley?
It got vacated.
Not vacated.
Alright. And then it was John Morrison, wasn't it?
Aye.
Then it was CM Punk.
Yep.
And then after Punk it was...
Ooh, Chavo!
Don't.
Ever do that again, you despicable, deplorable, diabolical dickhead of a douchebag.
One more time for look.
No!
Yes, it was
Chavo.
It was Chavo. It was
Then
Chavito.
Kane on WrestleMania,
Yeah.
wasn't it? In like
Mark
the quickest time
Ever.
Mark Henry, that was a good move.
That was.
And then after Mark Henry, it was
Fat Hardy.
It was Fat Hardy, yes. And after Fat Hardy,
Swagger.
and after Swagger, it was.
Go!
At last you're on your own.
Is that about me?
Down.
And then it was.
I'm not shaking my man moves around like some kind of fucking courtesan.
And from Christian, it went to Tommy.
Dreamer.
At least I gave you courtesan. Be happy.
And then.
But then who was it after
Dreamer.
Oh yeah, of course, Tommy Dreamer.
And then.
Easy
Back,
now.
And then back to Christian.
Back to Christian.
And then the last ever champion was
Ezekiel Jackson.
Big Zeke.
Oh, he's doing well these days. What's he? Oh,
He's growing his hair.
He's growing his hair.
oh yeah. Who's? Well, you know, Ezekiel Jackson. Who's in charge of writing at the moment?
Hayes. I believe Hayes and it's was it
How long did Booker T
Singh?
last in the
No, he's
Rumble?
wrong.
Booker T lasted the longest in the Rumble, right?
Well, black guy.
for a black guy?
Yeah.
I think it was only
He lasted longer than Ezekiel Jackson, though, didn't he?
I'm not sure.
maybe around about
Because
time.
Carly got rid of Zeke, didn't he?
None of them really lasted that long.
Just check.
But yeah, Hayes is in charge of SmackDown. Therefore, you know, Mark Henry suddenly suspended.
Maybe Booker T, right? Maybe Booker T doesn't normally talk weird like ducky quack quack. Maybe that's Michael Hayes saying this, and Booker T's just going, "You bastard."
I don't know, like when he was Black Snow on TNA.
Yeah, that was great.
We're coming for you. Okay.
But I think eventually the ECW became. Yeah, it didn't become. It was no longer ECW. It was just the other show on TV.
Not only that, it then when we're dropping ECW, we're going to become NXT. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it.
I enjoy NXT, I'll be honest. I enjoyed it.
And then they had
I've enjoyed most
NXT, and then
episodes.
after NXT is still going, they bring in Tough Enough.
Which half of them were, most of them were NXT anyway.
FCW.
FCW was NXT.
But what I don't understand, I love, like, but the thing is, I love the judge. I love the fact Trish Stratus was a judge, Booker T was a judge, and Bill DeMont. That was like,
Bill DeMont trained you.
yeah, Bill DeMont. I like the fact that Bill DeMont could be the sensitive guy. And he was like, "You gotta tough through it, man. You gotta tough through it." And he understands both sides of this. He's like, "Toughen out. You okay, man?" The next one, he'd be like, "I will break your damn neck."
Well, I like the fact is that, can you imagine you see all these superstars coming down, Austin's leading the pack, and there's Booker,
Yeah.
Trish, and you're going, wow. You see Bill DeMont, the first reaction is, oh shit, my life is never going to be the same again. He's going to break me into 1,000 pieces.
If they do Tough Enough again, right? I'm happy to drop Booker T because all Booker T did was agree with all the other people.
But he's not just getting, he was in the ring with them though as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, sometimes. You know who I want to see as one of the judges? I mean, of the people who are in WWE but aren't on TV at the moment, there's one guy who's there now who I'd like back instead of doing his shitty YouTube show. I'd like to see the Road Dogg. I'd like to see the Road Dogg as a
He's
judge
got
on
plenty.
Tough Enough.
Yeah, but I would be
Instead
back
of
for that.
doing this shitty YouTube show.
Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah, basically called, what was it? Well, what were you thinking? Or some shit like that.
Hashtag,
Are you
oh, you
serious?
didn't. It's hashtag, oh, that's this new one, Are You Serious?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. With
Yeah,
Josh.
are you serious?
With Josh.
Where you put this up. That was just, it's like, dude, we have a show like that, it's called Botchamania. And if it's not Botchamania, what about the one hosted by Colt Cabana?
Scotty Goldman.
Creative has nothing for you.
Yeah, just, I'm
They mean-
sorry.
the
I'm
people-
sorry,
they
but
mean
even as I was watching that show, it just seemed like Road Dogg himself was going, I shouldn't be here.
Apparently some of them shows are so bad that they'll never see
yeah.
the light of day.
I like
Yes,
That says it all, really.
WWE
doesn't it?
Download with Dolph Ziggler. I enjoyed that.
I haven't watched it.
It's very good. He writes most. He's very funny on it though.
Yeah, but Dolph Ziggler's cool.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. He just
I
rips
tell you
the
what
piss
show
out
I
of it.
don't watch. The fucking Long Island Iced.
I do.
I don't.
Why?
Because it's just, yo bro, I got a title, and then it's like, okay, insert non-funny shit here. The only reason I like Dolph Ziggler is that he went out and actually made himself a star. That's what I like about him.
For a month.
But I don't like his show. I don't like what he does.
I did.
Yeah, but you're weird.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Anyway, ECW, we're talking about.
Well,
Eventually, I'm gonna say that the last great thing that came out of ECW was the new Superstar Initiative, and it was the fact that you got to see Kofi Kingston, Evan Bourne, Zack Ryder wasn't a new superstar but initiative, but he was a new superstar in the way that it was a reigniting of his gimmick. With his half tights, he was brought
no,
in.
but they were the Major Brothers first.
Oh, that was
On
was
ECW.
that, was that part of the
I'm
initiative?
sure. I'm sure he was. Like,
Oh, he was on- yeah, he was on
I'm
ECW.
sure his debut was on ECW.
Oh, yeah,
it
well,
might have been on
Because remember
SmackDown.
we were watching Armageddon when it came out as the Edgeheads,
Yeah,
and we went, they're on ECW.
no.
We didn't.
But they had been on
I mean, SmackDown
SmackDown.
once or twice.
Because because
Go on.
they had the tag titles match because they won that Battle Royal.
My bad.
They fought Matt Hardy and MVP.
No, my bad. Yeah.
What a great time.
So what are the low points then of WWE, ECW?
Brendan Water.
Braden Water.
Brendan Water.
Braden Walker, people.
Brendan Water.
Braden
Who was,
Walker.
who was the other guys you had that brought out as well?
Gavin Spears.
Kevin Spears. You brought out people that they
Ryan
thought-
Brady.
Ryan Brady. People who were supposedly ready and just didn't work. Well, how about you stick to a fucking idea? We're gonna bring in vampires. Gangrel, Ariel, Kevin Thorne.
And Hayde Vanson. Where was Hayde Vanson? One
What?
promo on SmackDown and fired. Why?
What happens?
You know what I would have
You
done?
Gangrel won't do what you want him to do. You don't see.
Kevin Thorne.
Kevin Thorne didn't work as the talent that you originally wanted him to, and Ariel was just given shit for it, and ended up having trying to think up so many different gimmicks. If you listen to the Art of Wrestling with Colt Cabana and that episode featuring Shelly Martinez, yes, that is Ariel for those who don't realise. she tells you that she was first brought in by Dreamer to be Ariel,
Yeah.
that gimmick, and then Gangrel was sacked and Kevin Thorne was sacked. So she spent another year before they brought Kevin back as
Because it was Mordecai.
well. She was with Idol Stevens and doing the whole triple Two-Face kind of gimmick with Beth Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Where they were playing Sugar and Spice.
The Christmas episode.
Well, they had he was the Maharaja of the Menage a
Menage a
Trois.
Trois, yes.
So
I
you
was
had
going to say the Maharaja there. Maharaja and Menage a Trois
Then
are
she
two
became-
very different things.
and then she became Virtuo's wench, and then she was stuck with no gimmick because Virtue ended up getting dropped by the pirate gimmick. And then next thing you know, she just goes, "Oh, we brought Kevin back. Why not just go with the idea to start off with? Stick with your ideas. We're gonna bring out a new person to take the piss out of sci-fi every week."
You know what I would have done if I was Vince? I'd have recognised his legendary status amongst the ECW crowd. I would have understood how much of an icon he was. And pretty much being close to the same point of his generation, despite not being very comprehensible, I would have said, I'm going to go into my bank account, I'm going to make the phone call, and the Sandman can have his theme. Just so, because what was Sandman's selling point? He'd walk out and the fans would start singing this song, come out, cane a bitch, and then go home.
Pretty much.
Right?
Or depending on his manager at the time, it was either what mommy wants or what woman wants. She got.
Yeah, so the point is,
Peaches
you know,
at one point.
sleep with one eye open, bang, you're doing, right, I'm off home. You know, instead of this bullshit of zombie, whack, Big Dick Johnson doing the whole dance music, hit him again. Just like, give the Sandman. The Sandman was the Goldberg of ECW.
Eugene.
But that was the thing. Sandman was the Bill Goldberg of ECW in the sense of, okay, they're not that good. I know, just have him come out, cane a bitch, and leave. He was a good bleeder. He was a good promo artist.
I wouldn't even done that. The point is that I would have just gone, Heyman, here's a budget,
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
And just you bring it back as ECW and you have it in arenas similar to
the first ECW.
Oh yeah. But at this point in time, you
No,
have
I mean, like-
you have someone watching over him the whole time, going,
Yeah, but
"No, you can't afford that."
No, but I mean, Vince can suck my balls. Then next week, thank you, Uncle Vince. You're welcome.
You have the ECW, and it's a small little pocket, and you go,
But
"That's consistency work," and just let it
The
work.
thing is, I think at this point, I kind of move away from this now. Talk about I touched on the Vince McMahon thing. At this point, I don't think Vince McMahon has a problem with people cutting a promo on him and all that. I think he's fine if you're talking about him. I think it's when you talk about his family that's when he starts getting pissed off.
I think it's wife more than
think,
anything.
I think he really does get off on people cutting promos against him, and people talking shit about him because, you know, he let take the invasion angle. Eventually, Paul Heyman gets choked out by Taz. But he did not say a damn thing until after that. And Paul Heyman went on a fucking rant.
That shoot he does pretty, is an amazing one. Especially considering it's the week before Survivor Series, isn't it?
We are going to be watching after the show, by the way.
The week before Survivor Series, he goes on the rant, and then the night after Survivor Series, he apologises for it and says, "I didn't mean it." And when as soon as Vince goes, "I liked it. I like when people say what they think. I meant every word of it. I meant all of it."
Paul Heyman's one of those guys that knows when you can be a coward, when you can be in your face. He's got all guts and all that jazz. You know, his balls are the size of grapefruits. You know, Paul Heyman is a class act as well. He's a lying, thieving, hypocritical, conniving twat. But that's what makes him good. So is Vince.
Oh yeah, but
because Vince has more money.
The wrestling business is that.
Basically, Paul Heyman is Vince McMahon without an accountant.
Yeah. Without the startup money that was left in the company.
Yeah.
He didn't have a company that was working already. He built it up from Todd.
So, we have all had a chance to discuss some of our stuff. One of us making up off the spot and doing it in spectacularly WWECW fashion. And it ain't you. I think segment-wise, I think you were very much, Attitude Era WWE with yours. You were more like TNA nowish. Mine was more like CZW. So what's next on your agenda?
I believe it is over to Eric Langisme.
This is the most anticipated segment of the week
for hashtag Rock Facts.
Fact.
What's it?
He said facts.
No, you have more than fucking one.
No.
We're not doing one episode.
One a week. One a week.
No, you're not doing one
Yeah,
episode.
one a week. We're a fortnightly show.
So therefore,
2.
Fuck that.
We want 2.
Well, I've
you
got
can't
one.
think of rock facts. They're supposed to be
I
like Chuck Norris.
thought you were like the biggest rock mark in the universe.
You had a week to do this.
The Rock is so good at poker that he won the World Poker Championship by just using Pokemon cards.
You use that on Twitter, it doesn't count.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
You know what? I want to get a soundbite done for like the next time we do that. That was the Rock fact of the week. And then we could do a rewind where it just replace the same fact over and over again. Just have the same thing over and over again. Just like your normal WWE Rewind show. Which I loved, watching WWE because I watched it on Sunday when I was over at my friend Cracken's house, who's a proud supporter of the show. In fact,
Hooray.
basically he watches
We've got
it.
4 then.
Yeah.
Yes!
It's awesome. Who are the other three? Oh.
Oh, the
But,
WrestleMania.
but the thing is,
Hashtag WrestleMania crew.
It was basically WWE Experience, right? And we're watching the entire thing. And then halfway through it goes, now it's time for the WWE Rewind. That's the entire show! Duh! Duh! Makes sense! It made no sense. Not at all!
Do you want another Rock fact then?
Yes!
Yes.
We said that!
I told you yesterday. I told you last night 5.
Fuck 5. Well, also, The Rock. He has.
I'm waiting for the
He has a bearskin rug. It's not dead. It's just too scared to move.
He pulls it back.
Just when I thought they knocked me out, they pulled it back in!
Just when they thought they knew the answers, I changed the questions.
Fantastic. You not got a third one?
I haven't.
It doesn't matter if you have a third one! Now I've got to run around the ring going, I did it! Yay!
Yes.
But no, I like that one. Are you putting your hands up?
No.
Can I speak?
Can I speak, please?
Go on TNA, become a tag team champion.
My name's Eugene. And my uncle says I'm smart as all the ECW fans.
What was the fan reaction to that? Were they like,
Oh, that went down like a lead
I
balloon.
loved it.
He even had an ECW poem. He had a poem of ECW. At which point he got what was it? He wanted to have hug with RVD or something. He wanted to have tea with RVD.
Okay, I'm going to get. Cause I haven't seen this, but I'm going to make a wild stab in the dark. Did the Sandman come out?
Yeah,
and
funny enough, that was the first one for the Sandman.
No, that was the Reverend guy, wasn't it?
No, because that was on One Night Stand. That was the first
Oh, it
one.
was.
Well,
yeah.
hang on.
All of a
The
sudden,
Sandman shtick was that busy. Someone random would come out, do their thing, then Sandman would can a bitch, right?
yeah.
So,
In the
there's
new
one
movie.
guy that should have been out there. What's he called? Is it Big Love or the big red guy? Red face, white jacket.
Oh, Brother Love.
Brother Love.
I love you.
You shit your fucking face, boy. No, surely he should have come down and had a,
Well, you know, because usually pretty much fulfilled that role and just wrote a poem.
yeah.
And it's about halfway through the poem, the crowd's booing him.
And obviously his uncle being Eric
Yeah.
Bischoff.
Didn't
Yeah.
help either.
Yeah.
But what's
And
fantastic?
the next thing you hear is dun 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 dun, and then the crowd pops straight away, knowing who it would be.
But the weird thing is, though, it's like, but Eric Bischoff isn't even his uncle.
I know, but he is.
And he said, "My uncle
No.
Eric." You just said that was
No.
the same words that they fully said.
Undertaker and Kane are brothers.
To quote,
okay?
to quote.
He just didn't know he was when he
To
was Isaac Yankum.
quote the late great Brian Pillman. Smart marks, smart marks. ECW fans tend to pride themselves on this. And it's like, hey, that's Eric
That's like-
Bischoff.
Yeah, but it was a bit. It was
That's
a,
like saying the Dudleys aren't brothers.
Whoa, what?
They are.
What?
I know.
What?
Have you seen? They look exactly alike.
They've just got
They're
different
half
arms.
brothers.
If Devon could just keep off the tanning bed,
Big Daddy Dudley just went around a bit.
Thank
you. know?
Thank you.
exactly.
Edge and Christian are brothers, not friends.
Oh,
They're
did
just
you ever
getting
hear,
it wrong.
did you ever hear that story about the guy who claimed to be Edge and Christian's dad?
No.
There was a story,
No, but
I believe, in Edge's book, where he says that he went to a diner every so often after a show with Christian, and they're both sitting there. I think Rhino was there as well at the time, and the waitress comes over and goes, "Oh, we've just had your dad in last week," and Christian goes, "Oh, that's nice." At which point he goes, he said he hadn't seen you in a while, and Ed just looks over and goes, "Pardon?" Not wanting to break the guy's heart and that, but he thought it was ever so weird that some random guy was claiming to be both their dad.
So basically, they went back next week, and then Vincent Mann walked in with John Caution.
The idea was the whole Uncle Eric. Getting back to Uncle Eric, the idea was that Mick Foley originally used the term Uncle Eric
I know,
in
but
his classic promos. So Uncle Eric automatically was assumed with Bischoff.
yeah.
And even if story, we'll stick to a story as well. Just because we're smart marks doesn't mean we won't stick to the story. So you mentioned Eric. You didn't have to say Bischoff. You just mentioned Eric.
That's why Jisby did not get in television.
You mentioned Eric.
It's a boy's Uncle Eric.
You mentioned Uncle Eric, right?
We found it! You can be Eric Bischoff's new nephew! I'm the smart one. You thought Eugene was bad? Wait till you see what I can do. And then we can have a classic main event match. It could be like brother versus brother. Nick Dinsmore, Eugene versus Jisby. The Battle of the Erics. It's not the Von Erics, but the Eric Vons. It will be hashtag good booking!
A win, right?
Oh, of course,
Oh,
it's Eugene.
Thank God.
The guy got away with the tag team championship reign. Explain that one to me.
William Regal.
Well, yeah.
Hashtag
the
next.
guy got a tag team with William Regal. Explain that one to me.
Because he was training him.
Yeah, but come on.
And then that's
it's
how we
William
got,
Regal.
We got Regal face turn
It's
through
good.
that.
Bischoff was turning.
That's like me going for a curry with the Queen.
That would be amazing.
No, that would be an episode. It's like, what asked how one's dinner is. Actually, this Coleman's not too bad. Coleman, you fucking pussy! Get me your hottest mandaloo! We have a curry that was made with the blood of a Charizard. Bring it to me! Nubby.
Two
Why
Pokemon
am I
references in
amused?
one episode.
Why am I amused by the thought of the Queen going, nubby? I don't even like the Queen. Fuck the Queen.
You're damn right.
That's a
All
story.
the royals.
Oh god, no, Stephen, get that out of your head. Get
No.
that. I had,
Surely this is a podcast for another moment.
There's only one royalist in this room and it ain't us two, Stephen.
Well, I was brought up in the British Army. What do you expect? It was instilled in us. God, it was instilled.
that's it. New WrestleMania match. I want to see the Queen versus Mae Young.
Oh.
Yes.
Good booking.
He brought it back to wrestling. We have to keep it in now.
Yep.
Nostalgia King.
Nostalgia King. Yes. To be fair though, I want a hardcore match with Mick Foley.
Alright.
I'm still saying it. Fuck, I called him out on Twitter, and at first I was like, well, I'm not important enough to know, and he would kick the shit out of me. But you know what? Fuck it, might as well try. So if anyone can be asked to get Mick Foley to listen to this, I'll happily have a match with him.
If
and
Mick Foley
lose.
can wrestle in WZW, I'm sure.
There's a company called WZW.
There was in Walker, Newcastle.
It doesn't even have to be on television. We'll just wrestle
No.
my gun. We'll wrestle my gun. We'll go to
Hopsy's.
We'll go to
On the
Hopsy's.
trampoline.
We've got a friend called Hopsy. He's got a farm and a giant trampoline. Mick Foley. You think about it, Foley. Think about this, right? Your first ever hardcore trampoline match. I'm just saying. Think of it. And we can't pay you, but we do a mean barbecue. We could even use it as a weapon. Not on me. Maybe on Jisby over there.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'm
because
trying to get over.
yeah, he'll go to TNA with a grilled face. He doesn't give two shits. He'll turn it into a gimmick. He'd be like, King, you want a bitch? Have you seen my face? I look like a notepad. Anyway, enough of my aspirations of getting my ass kicked by Mick Foley in the first ever hardcore trampoline match. Because let's face it, CZW probably pick it up and go, hey, I got a good gimmick. Hashtag gimmick Steve.
Bastards. Bastards.
So
I do have to pick up a point that I've seen made over the internet the last couple of weeks,
yes.
which has really annoyed me.
Yes.
Edge in the Hall of Fame. It's not what we've said, that maybe it was a bit too early,
A bit.
but some people have said that he shouldn't be in there full stop.
Whatever,
Ever.
ever.
So I'd like to say something that I found, that someone's reply was that I thought was quite good. Edge shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. So, and you'll have to help correct me if there's any of these wrong. a 7-time World Heavyweight Champion, a 4-time WWE Champion, a 5-time WWF/WWE Intercontinental
That's
Champion,
Wikipedia.
a 1-time WCW United States Champion,
Still the
a
same belt.
12-time WWF WWE World Tag Team Champion, a 2-time WWE Tag Team Champion,
But I won those tag titles with Hogan.
a
One.
2-time Money in the Bank winner.
Eh.
Technically,
He
it
won
was-
the briefcase.
Yeah, he won the briefcase.
Thank you.
The 2001 King of the Ring winner, the 2010 Royal Rumble winner. It says he was a 14th Triple Crown champion. I don't know.
That's probably right.
And his awards for outside of the acknowledgements in PWI End of the Year Awards 2004, he got Comeback of the Year. In 05 and 06, he got Feud of the Year. With 05 was against Matt Hardy with Lita. In 06 was John Cena. In 2000, the Triangle Ladder match at WrestleMania was Match of the Year. In 01, TLC at WrestleMania 17 was Match of the Year. Most Hated Wrestler of the Year 2006. Most Improved Wrestler of the Year 01. The Wrestling Observer Newsletter Match of the Year 2002 was Rey Mysterio and Edge versus Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit at No Mercy.
2002.
The Wrestling Observer Newsletter gave him and Christian in 2000 Tag Team of the Year. He appeared in the first 2 infamous TLC matches. He main evented WrestleMania 24 against The Undertaker. Was part of the second main event at WrestleMania 25 against John Cena and The Big Show. Competed against Jericho for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 26. Defended the World title against Del Rio at WrestleMania 27 in his final match ever. Is ranked 10th in WrestleMania appearances, having appeared in 10 in total, the same as Jericho, JBL and Rey Mysterio. Has appeared in 50 pay-per-view main events in total. His overall wins are 355, overall losses 299, 45 draws, including 64 victories on pay-per-view. Now does that sound like the career of a man who doesn't deserve to be in the WWE Hall of Fame? My answer is no. You stupid fucking pricks.
That would have been impressive if you'd done that off by heart.
I couldn't remember that bullshit.
I'm sorry, but I'm just like flabbergasted. I was just like, whoa.
I could have done the title histories.
I found that on,
Where did you find that?
I found that on Tumblr, so
I
I'll
think
give
to
you
me,
credit.
that is my favourite moment ever on Total Knocking Out, next to the lighter incident.
See, I could have done the title histories off by heart.
I thought you might.
I had to actually.
And they
but
have yeah.
Sorry.
That did,
In my wrestling training,
yeah.
this was actually one of the things I had to do.
Yeah.
I had to analyse William Regal and Edge from the Royal Rumble 02.
Hell of a match.
It was. I had to analyse the main spots, but one of them was there. I told me, "Can you tell them a few facts?" So, I wrote the information about the match and I put my paper down because I had no more. And I went and I rhymed their entire title histories off, both wrestlers. And the guys looked at me and they're like, "Do you know that off by heart?" And I was like, "Yes." He's like, "Sit down, mate. Sit down." I was like, "Did I pass?" He goes, "Oh, you passed. You just scared a few people."
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like no one should know that one.
One of the big storylines he
curious
was part
at
of
this
as well
one.
was the whole Undertaker and him, and you know he ended up being responsible for Undertaker being sacked.
That's
Storyline.
scary. I hated that moment.
Until yeah,
It's
until
real to me, damn it.
and he survived the storyline with Vicky Guerrero. I mean that's impressive.
La Familia. Bam Neely.
Bam Neely.
I will get Bam Neely in there. Whatever happened to Bam
So
Neely?
yeah, I mean that was brilliant. That was a great set. Thank you.
It's annoying me.
Appeared in 50 pay-per-view main events. Is this technical main events as the last show, or is this like
I think it's the
where
last
they
show.
say like
I think it's the last main
you know when
event.
it says like the double main
Yeah, I
events?
think
Is it and
I think it was the last
Well-
main event, or like if it's called a co-main event of the evening.
Well,
I'm liking the 355.
Well, why don't you guys analyse the whole Edge? Why you Edge heads get together there? There's one last thing I want to talk
I will.
about. It's
I will.
if it was a segment, I'd probably call it bullshit of the week. But basically, this is me. Steve O'Sullivan is calling bullshit, and believe it or not, no one would be surprised with this, but I'm calling bullshit on Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan stated that yes, I do have creative control. I've had creative control.
Oh,
But I've only ever used it once, and that was on Russo, and he still screwed me over
you did?
anyway.
WCW.
Bull fucking shit. You use creative control once in your entire career. That is bullshit. Especially, it doesn't help when your good mate Bischoff even fucking contradicts you. It's no. That's not how it happened. And never met. And I want to bring one person. And yes, this is a mark-out moment's fault. And me and Jitsby will probably fight after the show about this.
Ding, ding.
Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels, the fucking streak. Creative control. He didn't use it. My back fucking ass. He didn't.
WrestleMania 9.
I am sorry. We could go into a lot of
WrestleMania 9.
We could go into so many things.
That was the clear end.
I'm sorry.
He said he wouldn't drop. He was supposed to drop the belt to Bret Hart. So said, no, I'm not doing it. Then he went. Then when Yoko got the belt, he went, oh, I'll take it off him now.
Aye, because you don't want face versus face.
Bret Hart versus Hogan would have ruined Hogan's career. Bret Hart was a much better wrestler, and Hulk Hogan couldn't have fucking held a cup of tea next to him.
Who would have won? Be fair.
Who would have won? Let me see.
Who would Vince put over?
Vince would probably have put over. Actually, no. At the time, he probably would have put Bret over because of the fact
He didn't
that
put him over Yoko, so he wasn't going to put him
because
over Bret.
Bret can do a job at 1994,
3.
94, 93, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
3.
It's not 97 where he doesn't want to do a job.
Basically, what Jitsby's doing now is being pedantic.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
really
He
not.
knows you're right.
No, I'm not.
No, I was wrong on 90. On the year, I was wrong.
No.
Yeah, but that's
No. I honestly don't think if Hogan was champion,
At that point in
Right.
time, Hogan had testified against him.
right?
Hogan had said that
Oh.
bullshit is weird to so many things, and Hogan was ready to leave.
Hogan did.
So what happens? Bret Hart was put champion, and he goes, "You're the man I'm going to work with." Bollocks! He would have put Bret over.
I don't know. Like there was a reason they gave him the belt, and then he wasn't on TV.
Yeah,
No, but
he was the worst world champion ever.
He kept the belt from WrestleMania to King of the Ring, and in
Exactly.
that time, that was the gap of the pay-per-views.
I
as
know it
well.
was.
That was April to June.
Yeah, and he still wouldn't drop it to Bret.
Yeah, he dropped it to Yoko.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
He didn't. He refused creative control
No, Vince-
to refuse to drop the belt.
not
You
sure
read the
about
book
that.
as well.
Yeah, but I still think Vince wouldn't have. Forget the steroid scandal and all that. I still think he knew Hogan was the biggest star. Bret at the time.
Hogan was still exercising creative control, though.
Yeah.
That's the point. If Hogan had said, "Oh, Vince wasn't going to drop us," that's one thing. But to say, "Oh, I know you're going to drop," when he himself said, "Well, I'm not dropping it to him," that's using creative control.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yeah,
That's
You
like
haven't
that,
misquoted the good man.
the
no.
good man. It's a fucking prick.
Fuck Hogan. Fucking bullshit.
and I've got to say,
Go on, is that creative control that he beat the Iron Sheik? No.
no, that
No,
was
I'm
a
just,
different.
I'm just using that because I think it's
Alright.
funny.
Yeah.
That was different though, because that was before he was Hulkamania. That was the birth of Hulkamania. That was
Oh.
before he got a fucking ego and was this and
I wish
had
I'd
that
been-
wrote into his
I
contract.
wish I'd been alive in '84 for that.
You were.
Really?
Hang on, how old? When were you born?
He's 40.
87.
Oh, sorry.
He was born in
I wish I
Sorry,
was.
sorry, your joke went over my head. I was like, how old are you?
He's born in,
I'm older than you, and I'm 87.
he was born in the 1940s. This kid, he's at least 78.
I have to say, I had a Kiss top on, and one of the young people come up to me and, "You like Kiss? They were around like in 1920."
Oh yeah, the bombs just keep dropping, dude. The Germans just keep coming. Boom, boom.
To be fair.
Give a segment out there. I'm going to call King Geeks. You gotta watch.
All right,
So
we've got a new segment now. This is an actual segment. I can't believe it.
King Geeks, you gotta watch this episode. Feature the man we've just mentioned not too long ago,
What,
Edge.
me? Oh, Edge.
And it's in particular to Edge's feud with Kurt Angle.
Oh.
And if you're going to watch one match out of it in 2002, you can watch the hair versus hair match at Judgment Day 2002, which is an absolute classic match. So many false finishes, so many heart-stopping moments.
And back then, the hair versus hair match was actually like, wow, this is actually quite cool.
If
Yeah.
Edge goes bald, what the hell?
Exactly. If you want to watch the build to that, watch the promos.
Yes.
The debut of You Suck. You Suck.
Val Venus and Lance Storm.
The debut, the
Or-
t-shirt
Or,
they reveals.
later on in life, you boop,
Uh,
you boop.
If you want to,
They could have at least done it in tune as well. So
Yeah.
instead of just like you boop, you have it, you
Bam, bam.
boop, you boop, you boop, you boop.
so if you want to watch those promos and you want to watch the build up to it,
hashtag beep.
you will see By my two immature co-hosts here and laughing and rolling around at the sound of a beat.
Yeah, we're older than you. Boyo.
You should see when Righteous Answer came out. I just blew the roof.
Warning.
If you want to see the seed to this feud, go to the night after WrestleMania in 2000, after Survivor Series, in 2001, and you'll see that it slightly builds up. You have the classic promos where he has some pictures and Edges wrote things on the back.
Yes.
You have no.
Oh yes, that's
Exactly.
awesome.
You
Like,
have, for instance, I believe one of the cards says, "I have no penises.
yes.
I have no testicles."
Yeah, I like the penises. It's like plural.
Well, yeah, it's Kurt Angle. He's a huge cock anyway.
Yes. Oh, the irony. For I am one, but I have none.
But particularly in this feud, you want to see Edge. Because Edge, this was the one that really proved to me and a lot of people that Edge could be a legitimate and successful single superstar.
Mm-hmm.
He'd already had a brief run by himself after they broke up with Christian and all one. But this is the one that really propelled him and went, wow, Edge could be something eventually. So that is King Geeks you gotta watch.
Yeah! We need a soundbite for that. Or a new graphic card. Maybe I'll get Reese Cannon to do a graphic card for each of for each of the segments.
That'd be interesting.
Although it'd be a nightmare for mine. Maybe just me holding a question mark.
I like that.
Yeah.
Steve Jones's mystery segment.
Yeah. Basically, it's like the anonymous general manager. Nobody knows what it'll be.
What's it gonna be, bro?
Yeah. It's like, who was the general manager? Who drove the fucking Hummer?
What?
It changed colour from white to black as well. That damn Hummer.
Yes.
Was it Billy?
It was Bischoff, really. No, right. If you read into all the story, if you have to go into the mind of Vince
I'd
Russo,
rather not.
right.
Now,
If
just
you work
pause
it
this
out,
for a moment. Pause this for a moment. Explain to people what you're talking about. They may not get the reference.
well, you were talking about it last week.
Oh yeah. They still may not get the reference.
I don't care.
I tell
You've
you,
got to care for your
I
fans.
tell you what, look, we
I
haven't
do
got,
care.
we haven't got long left on the show, so
And we
why-
still need fan corner.
we need fan calls. So we'll talk about the Hummer next week,
Right.
In a segment. You know, we'll make it the mystery segment,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what the fuck happened. Next week's might be what the fuck happened. It may be not.
Right.
Liz, Cannon, get on it. He doesn't listen to the show because he's not a wrestling fan, but he will. He will watch it. So fan corner.
Only one question this week, but it was a really good one.
Actual question.
This question is from @Steven.
Which always sounds as if you can't pronounce that name.
No,
I know
that's
it is.
exactly.
Oh, no, but
that's
also-
exactly.
It is weird. What's even weird is as soon as he said the name, I turned and nodded at my computer as if he's watching on the screen.
You'll be listening though.
Yeah.
Because they're loyal fans to this show. What the fuck?
Okay, back to the question.
Right, his question was, and I thought it was a really good one.
Okay.
Since the show is called #Total Markout,
Yes.
what is your biggest markout moment
Ooh.
when you have been at a live show?
At a live show.
At a live show. Because obviously we'd be
See-
here
see,
all day if
the
it was
thi-
TV.
I know what it is for TV. It was when Shawn Michaels returned and Kevin Nash announced him.
Alright.
Oh yeah, oh the NWO.
See, not even Elimination Chamber when he won. Before that, when Kevin Nash went, the new member of the NWO. Do. Ah! And I was like, I literally jumped up and was going, yes, it's Michaels. And then me dad would come downstairs and go, what the fuck are you doing, boy? It's Shawn Michaels. I don't know what a Shawn Michaels is. You know, but at
I don't know.
a live show, I think for a live show, it's hard to choose because it happened at the same show. It was either when I met Gail, Kim, and Melina at the because we had Adam won a competition, my little brother, the Lone Walker won, and we got to go backstage and we got to meet two superstars. It was Gail, Kim, and Melina. The thing is, everyone else was a child because they were there with parents who knew shit all about wrestling. Me and Adam were wrestling fans, and I'm an older one. And I just see these two come in, and then I see the Divas, and then I'm like, oh my god, it's Gail, Kim, and Melina. And I'm more interested in looking at Gail Kim because Gail Kim, I'm like a big fan of her wrestling knowledge as. And all the kids are like, oh, we want to senior, we want a DX. And I'm just going, hi.
What's up?
As I say, hi, how you doing? And, you know, Adam was going to get a photo taken of them. And I'm standing there, I'll hold the camera. She goes, oh no, come in the photo. And I'm like, nah, don't worry about it. Gail Kim just goes over, grabs one arm. Melina grabs the other, pulls me in, and puts my arms around their waist like that. And I'm just there going, yeah!
Tell me more.
So
like-
are you the king? Are you the only one in the room now not to meet Gail Kim?
Yeah.
Oh.
But then the,
Need a
but
change.
the
To be
reason,
fair,
the reason
no
why,
offense to Gail Kim, I don't really want to meet you.
fuck you.
Double fuck you.
That's gonna be you on every bit of the show. Just hashtag.
At least my phone won't mess it up.
True. How many E's should we say? 7?
7.
7 E's.
7's a good number.
Yeah.
Because you do
See,
7
Gold
ironic
Dust,
facts.
7. 7
Anyway,
E's.
the other.
That's how many I have to tape before I believe your gimmick. Anyway, also because on that DX closed the show,
Oh yeah.
and Shawn Michaels came to the girl, and I ran forward and I shook his hand, but he's like my icon, so I shook his hand. He's already been wrestling a match. He's knackered, you know. He just looks at me. He next to me says, "Ow." And I went back at Adam's going, "You alright?" I'm like, Adam's going, "Did you see Mark Henry? I went to shake his hand before. His hand was to guy jagged it." And I went, "I almost broke Shawn Michaels'
Is-
hand."
A guy grabbed it. Hang on a minute.
Is it? So is this when Sean, DX,
And Cena versus Legacy.
I think so.
And the
Mark
guy
Henry,
grabbed. And the
Mark
guy
Henry
grabbed Mark
broke
Henry.
my fucking
The
fingers.
guy grabbed Mark Henry's hand.
No.
That was
Adam,
me.
No, Adam went. No, Adam was like
Oh.
doing a high five with them, and he was saying, "Oh my god, Mark Henry's hand was like fucking huge compared to
Right.
Adam's."
Ah.
Yeah, and he bent my fingers back so it touched my wrist.
I stayed the fuck away from guys like Mark Henry because have you seen Mark Henry?
Yes.
Well, you did.
I grabbed his arm, remember?
What did he do? Just go.
He just when he lay back in the crowd and I lifted up and I'm like, I'm part of the nation.
the name of domination.
Yes.
Your favourite.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, see,
Why don't you give us the WWE and the TNA one since you're the only one who's been involved?
and the WCW one,
And then his Markel moment, Jeremy Borash.
that is up there.
The feud to come,
The
ladies
feud
and
to
gentlemen.
come.
The feud to come.
When that man asked me to take a photo, he has to have
For
a
some
photo
reason-
with us.
To be honest
that
with you, I
was-
thought you were going to say, "Well, that man asked me to marry him."
that might have been the only time I said yes.
I actually moved down to Leicester.
Yeah. Oh, that annoyed me because we fucking behind that.
What? What happened?
We'll,
How'd you
we'll,
do it?
we'll explain that off show and maybe next week. But
Yeah.
your biggest mark out moment.
We'll have our own. We'll have our own
but-
reaction.
Oh, see,
Total markup reaction.
the TNA fan interaction altogether, because I've never seen anything like that. As you say, you've met Melina and Gail Kim, like obviously meeting 2, getting pictures, but meeting like 15, talking to them, getting photos with them,
Yeah,
and meeting
it's-
Sting in the centre.
Yeah, well, that's
And
going
talking
to
to
be
the
brilliant.
guy, and I have to say when he was talking on Explosion, when he says he can't believe people coming up to him about talking about old shows when he's been in England, I was one of them people. Yeah, because I've seen him in Newcastle.
Well, that's because you are a total markout.
Because I saw him in WCW, and I have to say that was probably my
An
biggest.
actual show, not signing.
The show when Hogan and Sting came, when I saw a Hogan
Yeah.
match.
That was your biggest.
Because obviously I never ever thought I'd see a
I have
Hogan match.
2, one at a house show and one at a Raw. The house show was probably being a part of DX, during that intro and whatnot. That was just another one to cross off the list.
Yeah.
But at WWE Raw, before that, I'd gone to see Raw live, and it's Raw. You're sitting there, you know who's going to be on it week in, week out. And at the end, they announced the next week's main event, and it was going to be DX versus Jericho versus John Cena and The Undertaker. And The Undertaker came out and just stood there for about a minute, and then walked back in. But I just marked out like you wouldn't believe. Jumped up and was running around. This kid next to me didn't know what the hell was going on.
Well,
My biggest WWE mark out
yeah.
was when Mickey James won the women's title in London, because I finally saw a title change, and that made my day.
Well, we're going to wrap up. No, I'm with you on that one. So we're going to wrap up the show now. So,
Oh.
predictions or at least feelings of what wrestling will be like up till the next show, because we've got another row. We've got the pay-per-view coming up. So Elimination Chamber predictions. I might as well make them now. What do I reckon?
Well, it's not for 26, is it? So how about
Well, no,
the show?
because the next episode, because Elimination Chamber's on the 19th, so our next show will be an episode on the 26th. So
Is the Chamber 19?
it's on the 19th. Elimination Chamber, and it's on Sky Sports. So
Yes,
for you English
yes.
folk, it's free.
Whoa!
Don't get used to it. There's only 3 of us.
Yeah. So
It used to be them all.
So basically, our next episode will be after Elimination Chamber. So it's time for those predictions.
And SmackDown, I'm gonna go with
Got the SmackDown Elimination Chamber.
SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. I'm gonna go Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Kane Cena Ambulance. I'm gonna go Cena. I think that's when he'll embrace the hate. That's when you fully take over. And Raw,
Raw East.
Raw Elimination Chamber matches. It's probably the most one I'm looking forward to. It's got a hell of a talent crop there. Probably the most exciting one because you will have two people who are rather large and slow in it. In the case of Big Show and Carly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go. I think Punk retains.
Sounds
I
alright.
think Punk retains.
Jizme.
I think Jericho wins.
Jericho wins.
I think Kane wins the ambulance match, and after that, Cena embrace the hate. If you embrace the hate and attack someone in the Elimination Chamber, let's go Cena. Oh, I said it. I said it, people, because that's how much I want.
We're moving away from Toronto.
And
And
And SmackDown.
the SmackDown, I have to say, it's probably one of the hardest to call. It's not.
I think they're all hard to call this week. This year, the two of them.
I hope it's really not Brian, but if they're going to make up for Sheamus and Brian being knocked off the card for last year, that's a logical thing I
You
think
called it
of.
straight
Right.
away, didn't you? You called it in Royal Rumble. You
Yeah.
called it straight away.
Right.
Yourself?
So maybe it's
Right.
Brian. Ugh.
Ambulance match. Kane wins.
Ambulance.
Cena goes home in an ambulance. Comes back and embraces the hate on Raw.
On Raw.
Leading up to the feud with The Rock. In fact, Cena probably takes out his frustrations on The Rock to beat the almighty fuck out of him. And then The Rock's because The Rock's scheduled for a few appearances
He
before
said,
Mania.
yeah.
Fucking
So I
wants-
reckon
He
Cena.
fucking wants to be.
So I think Cena's going to embrace the hate on The Rock. So basically, he's so angry he's going to take it out on The Rock. As for SmackDown Elimination Chamber, I think Daniel Bryan's going to retain, leading to Big Show and Bryan at Mania, like the final showdown. It's like,
Well,
Yeah.
so you're going Sheamus Raw.
no, hang on. Raw Elimination Chamber, I believe it's going to be, I believe either Jericho or CM Punk. I don't think they're going to win, but I don't know, I've got Jericho winning.
So where does that leave Sheamus though?
Sheamus.
World heavyweight.
No, Sheamus is going to triple threat it with Bryan and Big Show.
Ah.
Okay, that's a good idea. I'll give you that.
Shaquille O'Neal though, has been advertised now. It's certainly looking that way for the Big Show.
What's the
WrestleMania.
Big Show
No,
done wrong?
I think Shaquille O'Neal is just going to make a celebrity appearance.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he's asked to wrestle again.
I know, but I don't give two fucks.
No, but
I don't think it's. I think they're going to look at it and go, Big Show, we've got a better card here with a triple threat. Because once you throw Daniel Bryan,
could be
in,
Henry in the triple threat.
you know what made me laugh is if Sheamus just kicks the shit out of AJ to start the WrestleMania match and goes, right, she's not in the situation
That
anymore.
would be brilliant with pro kick.
Yeah, just broke it, AJ. Like, right, that's out the fucking equation.
Okay,
If I
AJ.
wipe her out,
Yes. Because you could just do it. You could do it on SmackDown. Just go. You see, Daniel Bryan,
fella.
big fella. The thing about you're talking about the Big Show and how all this, and then he just goes, Big Show would never hurt AJ deliberately. Boom!
But I would. Fella.
I will, fella.
What's the crack?
That would be brilliant.
Hey
Okay,
AJ,
I'm
top of the morning to you.
Yeah.
I'm just
Pour
gonna,
Guinness over at
just
the
gonna
end.
put it out here right now. AJ, I still love you. If you return a tweet once in a while, maybe a bit more.
Hashtag stalker.
I only did it once or twice. Not like him and fucking JB.
At least yours is female.
I'm getting over.
Please retweet.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, wrestlers talk to me.
Well,
You're jealous of that.
Well, yeah. One of these days, I just want Johnny S. You know, if you ever have the balls to answer me, that would be great. I mean, I know you're more famous than I am, but you're more famous for being a cunt. So,
I'm an AJ. I just have to put out there I'm an AJ fan, but if Sheamus wants the bro kicker,
we're ending it there, loser. I am.
I'm behind it.
I am Steve Jones 313, and you can follow me at Steve Jones 313 on Twitter.
I am the King Geek, Dan Adamson. You can follow me at King632.
And
I'm Eric Van Gisney, and you can follow me at Eric Van Gisney. That's a K and a silent D.
yes, and
Once again, that's the part that I struggle with.
it's like, so I don't know. Do we put the D in? Do we not put the D in? Is the D imply? Is it a metaphysical D? Does the D really exist?
How do you spell Jisme?
Yeah, if we don't spell the name, does the D truly exist? It's like Sugar's cat, only far worse.
DJISMIE.
There you go.
Hashtag what the fuck D? What the fuck? Right, we're now going to be leaving Bizarro World, hopefully heading back to Stanley where the show is normally recorded, and hopefully next week I'll be hating Scott Steiner, Jisme will not be defending the Miz, and Dan, did you actually do anything different this week?
No.
Bye, everybody.
Mark
Bye.
out.
Hashtag.